Hello and welcome to Magic Myths and Mayhem, the TTRPG. I'm going to try that again. Magic Myths and Mayhem, a TTRPG podcast with mostly accurate rules and inconsistent character voices. I'm Alex, your host and GM, and with me are Rowan, Mark, and Joe. My wonderful players, how is everyone doing? It'll stay in. I never do second takes.
But once you've practiced it a few times, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I've only done 450 or so episodes, most of which we used to do 2 of the first and second halves of it. That's crazy that that's inconsiderate voices.
Hello!
How are you doing?
Oh, tremendously well, thank you.
Yeah?
Been better, but I'm here.
I've been better. I was 30 years younger.
Also?
I think you
Also? Oh, Wilson.
Yeah, I've just... Also to other things that have happened.
Also.
I was rolling my dice the other day. It's going to go 7.
Anyway, as usual, it's bad that I have to say that, there is somebody not here, and it is not my father, though he misses a lot of sessions.
I have listened to the... I did listen to the beginning of last week's session.
He did.
Honestly, I don't remember what it was, other than...
Toenail
it was
fungus.
Toenail fungus.
But this week, we don't have Purdy. So, could we please have the information from my father as to why Purdy's not here?
What, from me? Well, she did swear me to secrecy, so I'm not really sure I'm allowed to say.
Yeah, but, no one else is going to hear this.
You're contractually obligated on the podcast to share where the person is with us.
Oh, well...
Wait, who wrote the contracts?
Well...
I don't know. Did you not all get one? They all appeared.
No, I think you're the only one with a contract, Rowan, and it wasn't from us.
What? It just appeared on my desk at the beginning of session last Friday. What the hell?
Okay, we might need to look into that.
What the fuck? I signed it.
Did it say something about signing in blood? Because if it did, that might be a problem.
No, not blood. They did want red ink specifically, though. Anyway.
So, yes, Purdy, well... Okay, it is. Luckily, I have signed the Official Secrets Act myself, so that allows me to talk about the official secrets, apparently, according to me. And you're aware that recently a rocket launched
Artemis, yes,
with the idea of going around the moon. However, there was some question about the navigation of the rocket, and they, having listened to various podcasts, discovered that Purdy was playing a character who was a good navigator and squirreled her away at the front of the Artemis. And she's currently navigating them around the moon. I'm sure she'll deny everything when she gets back, of course, but that is the actual truth.
So I just want to question what podcast they were listening to, because in this one, she's definitely not a good navigator.
Yeah, but
she's supposed to be.
Well, exactly. Unfortunately, compared to most podcasts, she's actually pretty good. Apparently.
I love that. That is only one step removed from the sort of like trope thing that I like of the puzzle to something's been hidden in a video game and someone beats the game, and so they come and collect them because
exactly.
Of their knowledge.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I love the idea of people of like a desk bank at NASA listening to various podcasts, going, no, not this one.
No. There's a navigator. She'll do fine. So yeah, that is where she is.
Yeah, what do you think it was about Purdy? Was it her very disaffected nature whenever she has to do something navigatey?
I think that's probably
No,
what it was. Yes.
It's obvious. The Artemis 2 has an all-female crew. Purdy is the only woman who is a navigator on any podcast in the world at the moment.
There you go.
Oh, they wanted to turn us into another one of those Sigma Male podcasts?
I mean, that's a choice that is left to us.
Look at us, a group of testosterone-filled men.
Oh, yes.
That's
Absolutely.
technically true.
We're not all...
I don't know, filled, but...
Anyway, we have a recap.
What?
Yes,
I think the energy of the recap will really match the energy of this session so far, and that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Oh my god, what kind of a state has this been left in? I mean, god, what do we have here? People just leaving notes. Alright, I guess it's my job to organise them. What have we got here? Let's just have a quick read through. The crew of the Tainted Treant. Okay. That doesn't sound too interesting. What is this? They're setting across from Coratel to Bherak. I didn't even know Coratel was still a place. Looks like they're travelling by an old broken carriage. They've stopped partway to camp. had a nice night. A person called Grim had to capture a badger that was trying to steal their rations. Why is any of this interesting? Whatever a Niffy is, cuddled up with the badger, and apparently now they own it. Is that a thing that mortals do? Whatever. They kept going on to Bherak, aided into the town, and their carriage broke apart. You know, that just feels like it's perfect timing, almost like divine intervention or something. I'll look into that later. They looked for a new carriage and found a Wayne Forge. There was a salesman that came out and gave them a normal spiel. Looks like they weren't particularly interested, but turns out he's just a chill guy. Chill guy? Isn't that the terminology we're using in official documentation now? Okay, fine. He told them to get a big carriage called a Sandwing Tracker XL, this big thing on tracks. It needs to be pulled by some Colifu, whatever the hell those are. And then he told them that he would give it to them for free if they transported a crate across the Kavir. A crate full of, I can't remember what that said, books. Books. People are banning books now. Mortals every single time. They said they'd do it because, I don't know, why wouldn't they? Then they moved on to getting some clothes. Wait, were they not wearing clothes? Ugh. They went to a place called Imperial Measures, met a tabaxi working there, designed a bunch of clothes. That person said that they'd make them all, and then told them they'd probably meet some kind of bigotry if they tried to go to a tavern, because of course they would. So the elf that owns the tailor that they're in has some extra houses or whatever, somewhere for them to stay. Free rooms. Apparently they were happy with that. Why is any of this interesting? Like, why are we following any of this? Please, just someone tell me. What are we doing here? There we
go. This is the god I relate the most to. What are they the god of? I want to follow them.
The god of his exasperation, by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's
that was brilliant. I was trying to write notes, and I kept laughing and scribbling all over.
So, Capitan,
you
were traveling from Coratel over to Bherak.
We were.
You know, you stopped halfway, had a nice little rest.
I went to sleep. Yes.
Yeah, you went to sleep, and you're awake. Just stretch out. You know, stretch out the back. It's been a good. You feel like you've had a really good night's sleep. You get up, and you're just lying in the middle of a town square. There's a few dwarves walking past, just like, what's doing down there?
Morning.
Wait, hang on. And what do you look like? You just look like a human female, 5'2", about 64 years old. Really old, like really, really old. 64 years old.
But doing quite well. Yes, I know. Yes, morning. Because I don't know what I look like.
No.
Unless I see a mirror.
I'm sure you...
I suppose I'd have an idea of how tall I was. At least.
Yes. I'm sure you have a little wander around. It's obviously a dwarven town, lots of dwarves around. It's not particularly like grand like a big city. There are lots of buildings made of a sandstony type texture, small windows, or it's like small slit windows in some places, but also these very tall glass windows in some places. And as you're wandering around, a bit confused, trying to find out what's going on.
I'm not confused. Why am I in the middle of a town square? I would just
exactly
on the back of a carriage.
Close by, there's Pesto and Ozzy. You see a bit of weird, not commotion up ahead, but like all of the people seem to be making a bit of a wide berth to something happening up ahead. And as there's a bit of a clearing, you just see, dressed in the similar clothes to your captain, this human woman, looking around quite confused.
I think the captain's been mugged. We should take her in for questioning. She's even taken his mask and he loves that thing.
Wouldn't it make more sense for that to be the captain?
So it's about 60-40 in favour of Michael.
Oh, 64. How far away are they?
Far enough away that you can't understand what they're saying, but I think there's a certain, it's not Australian, it's Fingleton twang that you would understand or recognise.
I recognise that.
And Pesto looking slightly bemused.
That's just normal.
I recognise it. I say, chaps!
See? Told you, they even said chaps.
Maybe they think that's our name.
Let's go gather them.
Why? Where? How? I was on the back of the carriage, and now I'm not. And
You're still asking how?
It was a couple of days ago.
I think I can probably guess. It's happened enough times now. But where's the carriage gone?
Oh, it broke.
Oh, it broke down. Sent it out for scrap.
It broke. Oh, I suppose I'm lucky I didn't wake up in the scrapyard then.
It's okay. We got a new one for free.
We got a new fancy thing.
Pardon? Say again, Ozzy?
We got a new fancy thing.
A fancy thing.
Yeah, it's pulled by spiders. Huge spiders.
Cauliflowers.
Cauliflowers.
Mm-hmm.
Cauliflowers? Cauliflowers and spiders.
No, the cauliflowers are the spiders.
The cauliflowers
Yeah.
are the spiders. Of course they are. Tell me, was it particularly sunny yesterday? Did you go out without your hats on or something?
There are two suns kept in it. It's always sunny here.
But I'm just...
Yeah, and we have like most of the day is sun here, so it.
Exactly. So
I'm
just,
really happy. We did put an order in for our clothes. I think was it me or Ozzy? I don't even remember which one of us gave them your order, but you got some new stuff coming.
It was like a team.
Oh, that was Ozzy.
Well, that's very kind of you, but it's just I've had some experience because I did a bit of traveling around on the ship in the old days with sailors who got a little bit too much sun and started seeing things like cabbages with 8 legs, that sort of thing. Just curious if that's what had happened.
A cabbage with 8 legs would be quite the sight.
Well, isn't that what you were saying? You had cabbages with spiders?
No, it's a cauliflower.
No, I think the actual name is Cauliflower. They're the type of giant spider that are really good at running through the desert and.
I see. You see, that is at the same time in equal measures. That makes me much happier because I know you're not going crazy, and makes me very unhappy because we're apparently going to be traveling with enormous spiders.
Oh, but no, they're going to be so loyal to us, and I mean, definitely don't piss them off.
Yes.
Like, don't do anything like super heinous because they will be able to kill any of us easily.
Well, not any of us.
They apparently, like, when we take breaks, they will like go around a hunt. So I'm not really sure what that's going to be like, but
Well,
we got them for free.
Much happier. Yes.
We got them for free, and we got one more crate to carry.
Oh,
And we didn't kill anybody.
Well done, Ozzy.
Right?
Well done. I am
Or am I
genuinely.
remembering? Did we kill someone?
No, we met 2 of the nicest people that we've ever met.
Right.
And you didn't kill them.
No, we didn't kill them. No.
Not yet, no.
No, Ozzy, I'd like to say how much I appreciate that because I know sometimes you have a little bit of impulse control problems, and in this particular case, I'm glad to see that you didn't do that. That's very, very good.
Alex, when is this?
So it's relatively late. I'd say sun's setting, so about 8 p.m. in the evening.
So we just placed our order for clothes, and we were going to go to the place that we're going to stay tonight.
Oh.
Which was very kindly recommended to us by the.
It'd be about an hour till you could go pick up your carriage as well.
Oh yeah, we were going to pick up the carriage too.
Excellent. So we're staying in a tavern, are we?
No, you can't stay in a tavern. The nice I was going to say Khajiit.
Tabaxi.
They were Tabaxi. The nice Tabaxi who helped us with our clothes, so that they would not look kindly upon us in a tavern. So they recommended some
I see.
kinder housing.
Yours has got folds and stuff because you changed size so much. Mine's very fashionable, and I don't remember what Casto's was. I remember that Niffy asked for a bikini, but was told that would be inappropriate for the conditions.
That would be both what I'd expect and what I'd expect the answer to be.
This,
yes.
this is once
Yes.
again Joe canonizing things whilst Purdy isn't here to defend.
Hey, maybe it'll encourage people to stick around more.
Yeah, from now on, if you're away, open season. Your character, you come back, clown nose.
Hey, you can take off a clown nose. That's fine. That's temporary.
Yeah, see, that's excellent. Well, you've obviously done very, very well. Thank you very much indeed. Sorry, I wasn't around for the last part of the voyage, or the journey, I should say.
Captain.
So
That's all right. Only one of us is holding a grudge.
I hesitate to ask.
Captain, come down to my level real quick, please, just for a second.
I'm only 5'2" anyway, so that's not very far.
We have been told, and we've received just a little sneak peek of what it's going to be like here in Kugaram.
Oh yes.
There's so much fucking paperwork,
Oh.
and I don't want to do any of it.
No.
So don't disappear ever again.
On that note, can you please, Father Monty, give me a history roll, because you used to be on cargo ships, so you might have some of an idea of the paperworky type side of things that could happen around here.
That's a 14.
A 14. So you'd be very aware that main cities mostly, but some of the smaller towns as well, licenses, taxes, registrations, fines, all that, they're very heavy on like money grabbing ways. With the 14, I'll give you like an overview. There's some of them. So and these guys already told some of these. So you know that in most of the cities you have to have a license to be able to use magic. So it is illegal to do magic without your license, and also quite difficult to get a license. You know that importing stuff, because you've done cargo stuff, is usually covered because you pay for licensing elsewhere. Obviously, you guys have just stolen paperwork. Exporting stuff, generally there is a cost. You need to have a license to export stuff. There's licenses to be an adventurer on top of being a part of the Adventurers Guild. You'd be aware that there's tons of taxes for like owning magical items. These guys were told that, you know, if you have a vehicle that was made outside of Kugaram, it gets taxed. If it's inside of Kugaram, it doesn't. There's taxes for selling things, especially magic items, especially expensive things. There's property taxes. There's fines for things like rough sleeping, which is, you know, obviously ridiculous. So there's just a bunch of stuff. It's not like you have to tiptoe around, but if you want to do anything commerce-based, there's usually taxes around there.
Yeah.
Just existing is okay, but you know.
Do I know if this is the kind of culture where you slip a few gold coins to somebody and they look the other way and
Certainly. In fact, you would have seen your captain do it a couple times, that if you want to just like skip the process, it might not be cheaper, but it's not easier if you just, you know, a couple gold coins to whoever's checking your paperwork kind of thing.
good stuff. Okie dokie.
So, Alex, can I just, before we do all that, you say a couple gold coins. Is it only a couple gold coins? Like, are we looking at like a regular citizen's salary?
That
In like one go to hand off, or just like
that, I'm going to say you don't know, because the captain only got a 14, and the other two of you haven't been around this. You've been told that money moves things, and you were also told by the person who was selling the carriage that more money moves things faster, but you weren't given numbers.
It would depend on how high up the food chain the person you're talking to is and that kind of thing.
Yeah, the captain would have the most experience, but you've never done it. You just watched your old captains at some point sort of would just hand over a bag of gold for sometimes. You're not really sure what for, because you weren't involved in that.
Fair enough. Okay, right. So we have a carriage. What about our boxes, the stuff that was on our old carriage? Where's that?
That is being loaded onto our new carriage, I think.
Nope.
Excellent.
Still in the old carriage.
I thought we got rid of the old carriage.
No, it's just sitting in the street. Wheels broken.
Did we not? I thought we talked to someone about that.
No, you said you were going to get it at the cellar, but you didn't get around to talking to anyone about actually breaking it up for parts. It's got Grim sitting in it. He's just chilling.
You can look after it. So where is the old carriage? Do we know?
that way.
Oh, it's very broke.
Whereabouts?
That way.
Let's go.
We don't have a map of the city or anything, so it's just in the direction that we know it's in.
I was going to say, like, it's one of those where you know where it is. I don't need to give you a map for you to
exactly.
be quite so specific about it.
So why don't we, once we have our new carriage, load up from the old? Although I suspect no, we should be okay. Should be. I'm not to worry about cranes and things. With the 4 of us, 5 of us, it should be fine. Okay, right. Well, sounds like you've done a sterling job. I suppose we should get away early tomorrow morning before the guard are up and about, so we don't get charged for leaving the city.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to do while we're in this city? Anything we need to sort out?
We were given a shady location that we could stay at tonight.
How far is how how long would it take to go check out the location we were told we're staying at, and how long would it take to get back to the dealership?
Not very long. The entire city wouldn't take more than a couple hours to walk across, and you broke down relatively close to the center, which is obviously where a lot of this kind of commerce-based stuff is. So, if you went to the carriage, back to your carriage, loaded stuff across, and then to the place that you were going to stay, all in all, 2 to 3 hours total.
Well, I was questioning because you said it's still an hour until we pick up the carriage.
Yes.
And we're supposedly relatively close to that.
Yeah.
So would we be able to go see where we're staying and then go pick up the carriage and be like right on time?
I'm going to say yes, because it doesn't really matter, and time is
Cool.
arbitrary in a game that we're making up in fantasy.
I always figure I should check because when I don't, you yell at me.
No, I get where I do not yell at you. I get where you're coming from, but like I say, it's a pretty small city all in all. Well, it's not a city, pretty small. It's not very big.
Cool. Then let's go check that out, see what we're dealing with, and maybe find like a place to keep the carriage after we pick it up nearby.
They'll probably keep a hold of it overnight for us if we ask.
Who? The dealership?
Yes. Well, Captain, you didn't ask us how we got it for free. It's because we're going to do like an illegal thing.
Thought you said we had to take some books somewhere.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's books. The books are illegal.
Books are illegal.
We're distributing literature that the establishment finds offensive.
Ah, I see. Yes, I see.
It's stuff like, you know,
So free carriage. We're doing that shit anyway.
the Diary of Anne Franklin and 1984.5.
I see. I understand.
Like that.
Something Fahrenheit with the...
The Lord of the Ringlets. You know.
Fahrenheit 4.
Yeah, Fahrenheit 452.
4.
Halfling. There and back again, a halfling's journey.
There's one just about two masculine presenting penguins that are in love, and they don't like that for some reason. It's weird.
Oh, there was one. We were told having windows here is a sign of status. There's one about that. It's the wind in the windows.
The wind in the windows.
I felt like Windows in the Willows would have been better.
There's one about a counting plant as well. Really don't get that. That's just like a number book.
Yeah. The tabaxi in the hat.
How long are we doing this bit for?
How much are you going to keep in?
Because we've now said that, all of it.
Yeah!
There was the
I did it.
common dictionary.
So you arrive at the alleyway.
Yippee!
So, Capitan, you're going to be staying somewhere. You're expecting a frontage. You're expecting a hotel, a tavern, or something. But the address that they lead to, that you've got scribbled down somewhere, leads directly to an alleyway between two buildings. And they're not particularly special buildings. They're not buildings that are shop or, political building, anything of any particular. They're just some houses, a couple floors tall, and an alleyway that is about as thin as any of the other alleyways that you're standing in front of.
I mean, we were told it was, like a shady place to be.
I'm sorry, is this where we're supposed to be getting this carriage thing with the spiders?
No, this is where we're staying.
No, this is where we're staying, maybe.
Oh, right, good. Well, let's
They
go
did
knock on the
say
door then.
some other people may bunk with us. It's kind of like just a rotating system of people who need help.
We're only here for one night, so I suppose that's all right.
So, yeah. They said it's safe, which is what seemed most important.
Safe is good. I like safe. So can I see a door anywhere?
Are you going down the alleyway?
I suppose so, yeah.
Well, down the alleyway, it's nothing particularly special. There's not even any crates or anything. But about halfway down, maybe a bit further, as it's kind of dark, there's a bit of shading from above from the houses or the buildings. There's just a plain door. It is not painted in any particular way. It's not decrepit or broken or dilapidated in any way. It's just a door with a keyhole.
Do we have a key?
Yep.
Ah! Right, well, there's the keyhole. Go for it.
Wait. Is the doorknob electrified? You never know.
There's no doorknob, so no.
So no.
You unlock, you push, and it opens up into a very tiny area, only big enough for maybe a couple people, and the door to swing open. it's a corridor that leads upstairs, but it's one of those where in order to do that, you have to step in, close the door because it's so tight, and then you're able to get up the stairs, kind of a thing.
So you have to go in one at a time, basically.
Yeah, a couple of you could get in, but it's a bit awkward to try and like squeeze around. It seems very afterthoughty in terms of building design. But you get inside. The door, it's what we would call in the UK, it's a Yale lock. There will be an equivalent in the US. It's just one that you can unlock it from one side, and if you let it close, it kind of stays locked. And then you go up the stairs, presumably. There's nothing else there. It's not particularly tall. Just sort of guides up these stone steps, sandstone, as the rest of the house or building is that you're in.
Up the stairs we go then.
You go up the stairs. It leads up at the top of the stairs. It turns right down a corridor. It's very thin, only like one person wide kind of corridor that then turns left, and it opens up slightly into just a straight corridor with doors on either side and a door at the end. There's about 4 on either side and 1 on the end, because that would make 9 of them. I would say 4 of the doors, in no particular order, have a little thing hanging on the door handle. It's in Rask, which you don't have comprehend languages in terms of reading it. Oh no, you do have that.
I do.
You have it kind of on the free. It basically just says occupied.
Okay.
The rest of them, they're still closed doors, but there's nothing on the handle.
Yeah.
And how many unoccupied are there?
Well, there's 4 occupied and there's 9 in total.
So 5 then. Marvellous.
6 somehow. There's 1 on the ceiling. No, there's 5, obviously. And they're numbered 1 to 9. Just
Can we just peek in the first one that's not occupied and just see what we're working with?
Yep. Very, very simple. Very much as you'd expect, again, to be more UK focused, but I assume there's very similar equivalents in the US, university dorm kind of thing, where it's just like enough room for a single bed, a little bit of a desk, and then there is actually like a heavy emphasis on the quotes of ensuite, which is basically just like a very small toilet in the corner. And that's it. Basically kind of prison cell style, but yeah, there's a nice enough mattress, probably hay or some kind of thing, better than stone floors. There's the one that you'd be looking in, let's say, doesn't have a window, but you work out that would kind of be on the inside of the building, so there would be no room for windows. There might be windows on the other side, but it's just, there's a light, and that's it. Oh, and then on the inside of the door, obviously, there's the little hanging thing, the occupied handle.
Is there a second side to them, like to flip it and say something different?
No, it just says occupied.
Okay.
You can tell that this room, it hasn't been like cleaned like you would expect at a hotel, but the bed's vaguely made and there's no like dirt particularly around. It's not dirty in here, it's just not particularly fancy.
We were asked to also just be like nice house guests, so we can do a little cleaning before we leave.
I think that's only fair. Right, how long before these clothes and coach are ready then?
The clothes will be done tomorrow. That's the last thing we'll do before we leave town, and we'll drop off the key then as well, for this place. The carriage we can go pick up now-ish.
So when we do pick up the carriage, I'm thinking that perhaps we need to leave it where we're getting it from, because obviously we have nowhere near this accommodation.
Well, we can look for a place to store carriages.
Well, perhaps they can look after it. If we go and get our stuff loaded on it, perhaps we can take it back and they can look after it for us till the morning.
We can
We also need to bond with our cauliflowers.
Yeah.
Yes. Cauliflowers. Yes.
We were told that there's like, a thing that we need to do with like the instructions. And in terms of like a place to keep it, I mean, me and Grim can always just like drive it out an hour outside the city, into the desert. That's fine.
So you don't need to sleep, of course, do you?
Well, I don't really sleep, but I rest, but it's not quite the same thing.
Fair enough.
I'm still alert. I'm still, looking around. I just, I think about stuff. I ruminate on the sins of my past and, the worst things that could happen if I let all of you die, or, how I can best atone for all the terrible things that I've done. And sometimes I think about how it might be nice to become a fisherman again. And I wonder about going back to my hometown, but everyone I know would be dead. And sometimes I wonder about like how the universe works and stuff.
Good to hear that you're improving your mind.
Oh, I've been doing that for like 50 years.
Good.
Not the stuff about you guys, dying and that's been since I met you, but I think I've almost got it sussed about how the universe works, but I'm just
really?
working on it still. Oh yeah.
Then I definitely don't want you staying with the carriage tonight because I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh well, I'm going to keep it under wraps until I've finished it because it'd be a bit embarrassing to get that wrong. I wouldn't want to think about something for 25 years and then just be wrong about it. That would be embarrassing. So I'll wait till it's finished.
Yeah, but it's also good to have somebody check your work before it's done, though, so that you have a second pair of eyes on it.
That is true.
I'd need a first pair of eyes on it. I don't have eyes.
Less literally.
Yeah, but we should, we can still do that if we need somewhere to keep it.
I do think we should just find like a nice storage place for it. I don't know if they're gonna let us keep it at the dealership again, and I don't know if that's the best place to do it. I don't know if they have like a secure. We need more information. Let's just go check out the carriage. Yeah?
Yes.
I mean, whatever they have is secure enough that people aren't stealing from them like right now, so it's probably fine. We'll ask.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll need somebody from our party with the luggage because there's some stuff in there we don't want people to be messing about with.
On the way, Captain, you should go chat someone up so that they take care of the carriage.
I was thinking that perhaps you, Ozzy, could do that.
Oh, all right. I'll just go there then.
Yeah, after he picks it up and loads it up, I mean.
Oh, all right.
So, let's go and investigate this carriage place. I mean, not you. You obviously seen it already, but I haven't. Let's go.
Okay. So you head out. Niffy says that it's been a very long day. She's feeling extremely exhausted and is just going to stay at the. You guys don't know, as your characters don't know, but for the sake of referencing, they're called the half houses. She's going to stay at the half houses. Goes into one of the rooms. Just a little sign on the outside.
Try to get one with a window.
She just picks a random one and puts the thing on the outside.
Fuck. Try harder.
So, you wander out. At this point, the suns have set. It's getting dark. The main streets are kind of wondrously illuminated by these lamps going down the main roads. Still various people wandering around, less than there was earlier, but still some people wandering around as you take the 20-minute or so walk back to the Wing Forge. For the sake of you, the Capitan, effectively, imagine in the real world a dealership, big open area with lots of cars, and then a building that the front is basically all glass. It's similar to that, except made of sandstone, and these very tall windows are partially stained at the top, but you can still see inside. It appears there's still a couple people inside, nowhere near as much as there was earlier, sort of brightly lit from the inside. And are you going to just wander straight back in?
I would imagine so, yes.
We'll follow the captain's lead.
Oh, well, I don't know my way around here, so who did you speak to about the carriage?
That guy.
Yeah.
That guy. Oh, we'll go over to that guy.
You go over to that guy who you probably have forgotten the name of.
Yes.
He's sitting at a desk.
I haven't forgotten because I didn't know in the first place.
Sitting at a desk, and he looks up and he's like, "Oh, you right? Good to see you again."
Yep.
Hello, yes, good to meet you. Yes, my friends here, I believe, have already spoken. Yeah, we haven't met. My name's Monty. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, I'm Carden. I
Just tell him all of the stuff that you told us before.
I mean, it's easier if I just show you. Your carriages already?
Yeah.
Yep, do that.
Also, thanks for the recommendation. That place was very friendly.
Which place?
The I can't remember what it's called, Alex. There's so many names. The shop.
You can just call it a tailor's.
It's the shop.
We can't call it a tailor's. That's insensitive. It's run by a tabaxi. It was Imperial Garb.
No, it wasn't.
It was Imperial Clothes.
Nope.
Imperial Mint.
Nope.
Imperial Mint.
Imperial Measures.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So, yeah, no, of course. Great place. It's not the sort of place I go all the time, obviously, but lovely. Right, well, if you follow me, gets up, does that thing where, of course, he gets up from the chair and drops slightly to the ground because he's a dwarf.
How tall are the dwarves, roughly?
Between 3 and 4 feet. Sometimes a little bit over. That's a really tall dwarf. So, not particularly, but very stocky. This guy's got a big, I think, that's what he looks like.
A car dealership.
Yeah,
man.
stocky in build, big, large, plaited ginger beard, shining bald head, wearing a smart and presumably expensive navy blue clothes. So he leads you out through the front and round to just off an open area of this car parking area, and you see sitting there this wondrous carriage. So for the captain, it's huge. It's this gigantic, mostly wood with like supports of metal all around it carriage, no windows at all, tank tracks on the sides. Tank tracks, obviously tanks don't exist in it as well, but just tracks on the side. And you can tell it's just like solid, massive. There's this big storage box on the top, a bit of a storage box underneath. And at the front, you see two. You would warned that there would be big spiders, but at the same time, you're not sure you were ready for them to be there. They're these very long, flat bodies, long abdomen, this large head, very light sandy brown color, darker markings, which appears to be unique between the two of them. There's this tiny pair of eyes atop the head. I based them on a real life spider, and I have a picture of it here, but I've forgotten what they were, so I will snip this and send it over to you.
I would prefer not to see a spider.
You don't want to see the picture?
No, I don't like spiders.
Well, don't look in the chat then.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Except, of course, massive. They're like 6 feet long.
Oh no!
Yeah, these long, thin bodies.
Was I correct to not want to see it?
Yeah, you don't want to see this one.
I think they're relatively cute. Look at those tiny little eyes.
Cute
No.
is a. When you say relatively is the important word in that sentence.
The funny thing about these things.
Tiny eyes does not make something cute.
The funny thing about these
If you
ones.
zoom like really, really far in, then you might be able to call it cute.
Funny thing about those is they have
No.
4 legs and then like 2 extra kind of army type things at the front.
Yeah, what the fuck is that about?
The ones that you're looking at don't have those, but they look very similar to this. So he points to them and he says, listen, I know it's a bit of a surprise when you first see them, but they are lovely. Walks around and gives one like a little bit of like a stroke on the head, and it makes this kind of, it's halfway between like a purr kind of sound and a clicking sound. It's like,
Did those spines hurt?
no, they don't hurt. Listen, these guys, they won't attack you. To be honest, you
I
could
mean, good.
attack them and they still wouldn't attack you once we've got the once they know that you're the new owners. I mean, I hope they wouldn't attack them, but you know, they're pretty good. It sort of ruffles around. Right, I've got a bit of paperwork. First things first, here is your certificate of authenticity of construction in Kugaram.
Cool.
Just add that to your paperwork if it's asked, so that you aren't taxed for that. Here's a bit of paperwork about the registration. You can see at the front and the back there is the registration number, and it says NEJ4823. No extra cost on that. That's just so that you know it's registered in Kugaram. You can take this anywhere in Kugaram.
Why did he give us the exact code?
I don't know either, but I'm writing it down just in case.
Just going through his paperwork. It's like you can see it's the willow color stain that you wanted. And if you go up here, so he climbs up a little ladder that goes up to the seats at the front. Whichever you wants to know, just come up here.
Yes, I'll come up.
Right, so controls pretty simple all in all. I said to your friends before, this.
So you should go up there as well, just in case the captain disappears on us.
Yes, very sensible.
Okay.
It's pretty simple to control all in all. So there's 3 levers you need to be concerned about. You don't get reins for this because there's no point. This carriage is so heavy, though they're obviously able to pull it, they don't manipulate it in quite the same way. It's all controlled. So you've got, like I said, 3 different controls. You've got this here, which is what your crew very nicely named the handy grab. This is effectively the brakes. So you put that on and the carriage doesn't go anywhere. And then you've got 2 levers, one to your left, one to your right. And you push the left one forwards and the right one back if you want to go to the right. And you pull the left one backwards or the right one forwards if you want to go to the left. And you can see at the front there, it starts to like tilt the, I don't know what it's called, the thing that's attached to
The yoke.
the
yoke.
Exactly, the yoke. It tilts that a bit as well, and you can see it kind of pulls the heads and the bodies of the spiders a bit. It controls them as well. So no need for reins. They'd be basically useless here anyway. I explained to them before, you can't like if you slam on the brakes, it'll try to do a good job at stopping. It's not good for the brakes if you do that. It's good for like a slow down. This thing doesn't start quickly, it doesn't stop quickly, and the call-off won't be able to stop it on a dime. If you just leave them to stop it, they can, but it will just take a little bit of a while. So you've got a bit of a control to get used to. that. So,
How do you make it? How do you make it go?
well, that's the bit I was about to tell you. Like I said, brains don't give you much. Words give you everything. Colourful were not massively intelligent, but they do recognize commands that they have been taught, which is, the reason why we recommend these ones in particular. So you have go, stop, come, burrow, and attack.
Huh?
Those are the 5 commands that we give to you, and you'll have to say them in Ras because that's how they're learnt. It's Korhen, Jud, Forak, Chekun, and Galim.
I better just write that down. So come is
Very important.
It's called immersion, Rowan. You can't talk. You have a campaign where you renamed the weeks, the months, and gave it a lunar cycle.
Yeah. What about it?
So, like I said before, Kolifu, loyal to a fault. That means if you don't tell them to burrow, they won't. And if you leave them in the sandstorm, they'll die. It's very important you remember this. If you don't tell them to burrow, they won't do it. The only reason they might do it if you don't command them is if they are being attacked and you haven't told them to attack back, just as a defensive measure. But if you leave them out at nighttime, that's kind of on you. You will, of course, need to release them from the whole mechanism down there. I'll teach you how to do that, but get them down.
So how much rest do they need a day? I mean, obviously we don't want to overtire them.
About the same as us. They can pretty much pull the thing. I'd say give it a solid 8 hours of pulling. You can even go up to 12 or whatever, as long as you give them a rest every 3 hours or so, just to get some more water and some bugs. I said to these guys, they deal with that themselves. They burrow deep down, get their food and liquids, and then they'll come back.
Gotcha. Marvelous.
Exactly. They're all taught, that phrase, chikun, it means burrow, and they'll go underneath. They won't run away. They'll be very close to where you left them. They'll obviously use that opportunity to hunt, like I said. When you want them back, you won't be able to, call to them, so you need to hit the floor, sort of send vibrations through the floor with this rhythm, and just shows you a little bit of a rhythm, and that should bring them straight back to you. It's it's a complex enough rhythm that it's not going to happen randomly, and then they'll just come back up to you.
Does it go something like the Dune one?
Yeah.
I haven't really seen Dune. I watched the first Dune and I barely paid attention because it was very confusing.
They love a steppy rhythm.
It's I don't know, never going to give you up or something. So,
it's the Rick roll.
I show you here, but obviously they only burrow in. They can burrow in like dirt and stuff if it's pretty loose, but that's not really what they're made for. Sand, they go straight down. The 2 here, you've got Kef and Storup. Kef is the one with the darker markings around her face. And the only thing really is that's left is the handoff. So they'll be loyal to whoever I hand it to, so one of you. The rest of you will have enough authority to still control them, but it's only one of you really needs to do the ceremony, to be grand about it. But you stand in front of it. We've got a phrase that they're trained with. You give a little bow, they give a little bow, and then that's it.
Righto. So, chaps, who's going to be the spider wrangler?
Should probably be Niffy, eh? She already wrangles a bunch of stuff.
She does, but she's struggling with her withdrawing at the moment from her recreation and so on. On the other hand, I keep vanishing.
I think the next logical choice is Pesto, because they wrangle all their toys and stuff.
Well, that is true. What do you think, Pesto?
But you've also gotten good at wrangling your pups on board the ship.
It's a very nice lie.
They've been trained to do some things.
Yeah, they do some things.
Yeah.
Like hunt each other. That's about it.
They come to you when you call them, right?
I mean, sometimes.
If they happen to already be coming this way.
I don't mind. It's whoever the captain thinks best.
It's a mechanical thing. You're doing it. Oh wait, yes. Whatever the captain says.
I think Pesto is probably the best bet. I would do it myself, but I'm worried that if I suddenly vanish and I'm the one who's bound to them, you may have troubles.
Got it.
Just to clarify, they'll do sort of what all of you say, because they'll be used to all of you, but they'll just prioritize the commands of whoever I give it to.
So yeah, this Pesto is to be our spider wrangler. So there you go.
Righty, well, step round to the front with me. As you
Mhm.
Go around to the front. These two gigantic spiders looking with tiny little beady eyes at you.
Watch out for the teeth things.
Mandibles. They're called mandibles.
Yes, I thought they were called
Are they called mandibles?
Kef and Storop.
Ah, funny.
Oh, it's Mandible the surname.
Right. They'd struggle to eat something as large as us anyway. They mostly go for much smaller bugs and things under the sand.
That is, in fact, quite comforting.
Even much smaller than me.
Yeah, smaller than you. They wouldn't go much larger than, like, say, a cat, maybe. Not that they'd eat a cat. They could attack something that's larger if they needed to. They got a bit of an interesting defense. Effectively, they just grab on and then go into the sand.
Okay. Good.
That doesn't sound like awesome for us.
No, it's not great for whatever goes under the sand.
It's not going to happen to us. Yeah.
It's great when you see them go into the sand. It's really interesting. They kind of vibrate. Not like actually like really vibrate, but they like sort of vibrate and
Just like to disrupt the surface.
Yeah, and then just like sink themselves under and then off they're gone. Don't even know how they move under there, to be honest with you. It's incredible, but they do their thing. Right, anyway, so stand here, puts you right in between the two of them, and they just sort of both look at you. And he says, Arat Feromin Kuren Deri Lewis Juraka Eremus Jude Perominus.
And what do I hear?
It's funny, really, because I definitely obviously wrote that with a translation, but I never wrote the translation down. So it would translate to something along the lines of, this is your new leader. Treat them
Don't eat the small person, he's in charge.
Yeah. This small thing here is your new leader, right? You see. No, and then when he stops, he sort of, now bow.
I will bow.
You bow. They both do the equivalent of kind of a bow to you, and he's like, boom, give it a go. Tell him to go. Tell him to stop.
Okay. I'll take a few steps away and say, Bherak.
Yeah, you can see there's like, they start coming forwards and then there's a bit of a tension on the carriage and then they just pull it forwards impressively. Like, it's such a huge, we established last time, it's about 12 tons of carriage and they just drag it forwards a little bit and then stop in front of you.
I'll give them little pets.
Yeah. They again make this sort of clicking, purring kind of noise. That is a good noise.
Good job. Good.
Do they have any equivalent of sort of, a treat you can give them if they've been a good spider?
They're not like food motivated learners. So if you wanted to, like small bits of fruit and things, they go for, mostly, of course, they go for the bugs and such that are under the ground. So if you happen to be able to get that kind of food, that's what they'll go for. But like if you fed them an apple, they'd be happy.
Great. And final question then, if one was to feed a large spider an apple, how would you do that without losing your hand?
I'll just put it in front of them. They're very gentle. Those like big mandibles, they're quite good at controlling them, so they'll just take it off you.
Good. Well, thank you very much.
All right.
We keep them here along with the carriage till tomorrow.
Not really, because we need to, we've got other things to be doing with this area. There's plenty of places to leave carriages around town, though.
Can we leave it at your house?
Do you have any place you'd recommend we keep them at?
Or somewhere close to where you're staying at, unless you want to leave it and go for a walk.
All right.
You'll find there's some places that you can leave it. Like, don't leave it on the side of the road. That'll most likely get some kind of a fine. But there's plenty of places you can leave it that are free. They're just like open spaces. They're not unsafe, depends where you are, but it's really up to you. And there are a couple of like secure lots you could go to. It wouldn't cost more than like 3 or 4 silver for the night, and just leave it there. They tend to have a gate and a guard.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Yeah. And they'll be fine to take the collar foot off you as well. Oh, and also, and he just shows you how to detach the collar foot and reattach them and all that kind of stuff.
Is it easy?
Yeah, super simple. Like,
do we have to be off the carriage to do it, or is there a place from sitting position?
Where no. So you have to come off the carriage and then to where they are and detach them at the front.
Okay.
If you detach them now, they might wander around a little bit, but they'll stay close to you.
This is all future preparation stuff. If
yeah.
If for some reason we were to encounter a fight or something where it would be best to have them released quickly, would I be able to hop from the seat onto their back and release them quickly?
Yeah, you would reckon you could do it as an action.
Cool. Lovely.
Because you're also quite mobile, like it's not built so that you can climb down, but you'd be able to jump down, land on the thing that's between them, and then effectively like slam the release and then just shout at them to borrow, and then they can disappear.
Cool.
but like that would kind of take an action in and of itself.
To release end command.
Command is just words, so.
You could leave a toy on it.
And remind me what this guy's name is again. Pesto would remember because he said it right at the beginning of this conversation. But Ronan is stupid as shit.
I don't think forgetting names makes you stupid. His name is Cardin.
Cardin. Okay. Thank you, Cardin. We're gonna go.
Oh, and the extra agreement that we mentioned, that's up in the cargo on top.
Awesome.
It's
Have you told us where we're taking it, like, to drop it off? Can you give us, like, a map or something? I don't know if we got that off you.
You know what? Hilariously, it didn't come up before, but he would have mentioned it before. You would just be dropping it off the other side of the conveyor, so you'd be going to Co.
That first town.
Yeah, but, like, a person, a building,
A person.
an orphanage. But he's given us their name, description, etc.
Yeah. This dwarf.
Cool.
Or like a building to go to, more likely. Like I said before with the books, if you do get caught, just act. I mean, it's unlikely you will. It's just getting through the border. Co's not too bad to get across into. Sometimes there's guards will come up and check on a carriage, especially if you don't look dwarven. But if it does get seen or taken or whatever, just let it go. Don't fight for it. Don't whatever you want to do. Keep yourself safe. I'm not gonna come after you for it.
Is there any extra safe storage on this thing for stuff like that?
I mean, there's no. The only thing you could kind of use as hidden storage is when you fold out the beds. If you close them again, there's a little bit of space between them, but that wouldn't fit crate. That would fit smaller things.
Okay. Is there any modularity to this model?
No, not unless you know your way around mechanics. Like, obviously, you could take some parts apart and change it up, but it's not like it's a quick job.
No problem. Just curious.
Like, it's mostly because it's sealed. It's make sure that you're safe when the sandstorms come.
Cool.
You do have a broken carriage to sell as well.
Oh, he already told us that he wasn't going to take that.
It's scrap. Yeah.
No, fair enough. All right, I understand.
He said there's a carpenter nearby who might be interested in it, but that's about it.
Ah, right here. Right, well. Jolly.
Yeah, I figured when we're there picking up our other stuff, we can break it down and probably pack it in the storage on this.
I mean, if you want to spend the time breaking down your carriage, if you want to just tell a carpenter and then tell them it's their problem,
That might be nice. Well, thank you. You've been most helpful.
Well, glad to be so.
Yeah, pleasure doing business with you, Cardin.
Right, and treat these two well.
Oh, yes.
Will do.
Once you get the quality.
I'm sure we'll be firm friends in no time.
Yeah, like I said, they'll follow you to the ends of the world.
What do you mean the end of the
We
world?
need friends like that. It's just a saying, I'd assume.
What a disturbing idea. I don't care for that at all.
You take things quite literally, don't you?
Yes.
He is a little.
I have a sense of surprise, a sense of irony, and a sense of adventure. That's it.
We need to get you whatever it is. Whatever sense it is that lets you understand what are
Logic.
Figures of speech.
figures of speech. Yes, that.
You forget that I'm quite old, so a lot of it's just like new slang that all you kids use, and it's just passed me by in my sort of like isolated life that I had.
It's nice of you to call me young.
And you should start cataloging them.
Oh, and I mean, everyone seems young to me.
I'll take it. I'm 140.
Oh, that is younger than me.
You look great.
How old are you, Ozzy?
I am roughly 170.
I see. You're looking very good for it in some ways. And you're moving around, which is good. Yeah.
At the moment, I look like a very ugly dwarf woman.
We'll get out of your beard and leave you to be on with the rest of your day. Thank you.
Right, and he wanders off.
Righto. Well, let's get over to the carriage and get the equipment moved across.
All right. I'll hop on. What? It's not. You said it's not like a normal box seat, right?
It's as you'd imagine on like Cinderella's carriage where there's quite high seats up at the front.
Yeah.
Is that kind of thing. The only difference is
so it is
they've
a box.
got suspension on them.
Okay, a suspended box seat.
If you've ever seen like big like big trucks or like buses and things where the person in the seat's constantly doing this kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Where it's just like really bouncy air suspension. Is that kind of a thing?
Do we got pleather? Do we got pleather box seats or?
Yeah, I imagine that there's some kind of
neither a caravan nor a tank. This is a jalopy.
jalopy.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be some kind of leathery type texture because obviously it's got to resist sand and stuff.
Lovely, and
it's not super comfortable, but comfortable enough that you could be on it.
Of course, it's a very light colored fabric to reflect the light better rather than soak it in.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, I will
pure metal
hop up there. Yeah, I will hop up there.
Yeah, you hop up.
All right, everybody, get in, check it out, see how the ride is as we gently go through town.
Yeah, you go around to the back, the other two of you, and open up. Captain, you see they're like big freezer doors, thick and heavy, just opens up. And the inside's pretty lovely. There's like a tiny little kitchenette at the what would be the front, and then 2 bench seats down the side and some hammocks suspended above. A little bit of storage here and there, fitting where it can.
Oh, this is excellent.
This is all very futuristic. I feel like we should name this thing. I'm going to pitch the Millennium Seagull.
Why Millennium, exactly?
Because it's from like 1,000 years in the future.
Oh.
It's like very futuristic.
I've got no particular objection.
And it's a fun word to say. Millennium.
The millennial teabag, did you say?
No, I think a millennial is someone who buys avocado toast incessantly at the cost of their own housing, isn't it?
Ah, so the avocado teabag.
If that's what you want, Captain.
I know, I thought that's what you... Is that what you know? I wasn't really listening. I've got to be honest. I was slightly distracted by the enormous spiders. I mean, cabbages, and whatever they're called.
I think we should call it the Cadillac Escalade.
I don't know what any of those sounds mean coming out of your mouth.
I'm gonna say there's one more feature that I didn't add before, but I like the idea of is, you know, like cup and string, but definitely more efficient than that, going from the inside of the carriage up to the driver. So you hear like a very teeny, echoey version of their conversation. You can speak into it, and they can hear you down there.
Well, I was going to ask if there's like a little hatch that I could open up to look back.
No
in
hatch.
there,
There's like no other than the
mirror.
back door. There's no windows, no hatches, no nothing. It's like tight steel.
That's scary.
So you know, on the old Rolls Royces and things, they have the speaking tube, and you go, and it blows a whistle at the top, and they pop the top out. And
No, this is just like a two-way little communication thing.
So the only way in is through the door on the side?
On the back.
On the back. Oh,
this
boy.
is good, actually, because that was good.
I'm going to die out here, aren't I?
I will have no idea.
Ooh. And if you do, we'll get better. It's fine.
The carriage doesn't feel like it's been moving for a while. You get out, you're covered in sand, and there's just pesto like...
I thought you were going to say the other feature you hadn't told us about was there's no parking spot where this thing can fit.
No. It's big, but there'll be some spaces obviously for it. Yeah, as you guys like get in and shut the back door, and I'm sure at the front a very nervous Pesto holds onto the little control sticks.
Yeah, and I go, Corhen.
You're like, poor hen, and they just immediately start pulling forwards. All of you inside feel a bit of a chunk as it starts to move, and it very slowly starts picking up. And yeah, very nicely reaches it's not a fast speed. You realize you can kind of control their speed with this handbrake. It's more of it's not like on or off. It's very staged.
I want to keep it rather slow.
Yeah, you keep it nice and slow. They're just pulling along. You notice that as you like put on some of the brakes, they slow down, but then they don't like keep pulling super hard and wasting all of their energy. In fact, they start to slow down more and more and more, and then you have to sort of take off the brake again, and it kind of keeps them at that speed, and then you can tell them to go again, and they'll start accelerating. So it's a bit of a thing to get used to, but it works as you learn, obviously, how to control it. Going through the streets,
there's no half-math here. It's either go or slow down.
Well, it's either accelerating or decelerating kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you can hold it at a point by like releasing that brake. But you learn it. You feel fucking massive. Like, you came into town on a carriage and you're like, oh, it's a big carriage, it's a big road. You're just like, this thing is huge. You're like looking over the signs, like, can I fit through here? Tons of room. But you're like, can I fit through here? I don't know if I can fit through here.
I have Olive perched over the back, so I
You've
have
got
like a
little
little
cameras.
a little rear view camera.
You know what? There's one thing I didn't add on here, which was like a word for reverse. I'll add that later. We'll say there's a word for
Thank
reverse.
you.
But yeah, you start traveling down. No one seems particularly perturbed by these gigantic spidery things. Evidently, he wasn't lying that they're relatively normal. And you just head off down. These roads are wide enough for a couple carriages. You just have to squeeze around a couple things and head off back to where your carriage is, getting a bit more confident as you go.
Right, onwards to the Kavir.
Leave Grim in the carriage and all the stuff behind, and Niffy behind, and our clothes, so we're going to boil. And
Well, to be fair, only you'd boil. The ones inside the carriage would be fine. And they wouldn't be able to leave.
Yeah, they'd be trapped inside of a little box.
Yep.
A very nice little box.
Oh, presumably, can we open the door
Nice
from the
room.
inside? I suppose we can.
Yeah. It's just, if you went outside without special clothing, you'd just fry to death.
Fry, yeah.
Yeah, and eventually you get back round to... Also, it would feel very different from the inside because you're not on wheels, you're on these tracks, so it's relatively smooth because the cobbles aren't like bumping up and down on the wheels. It's just cruising across them. Oops. It's just cruising across them. This sort of like constant noise as you're going along.
I say, this is rather good. I like this.
But you can't see outside from the inside,
No, exactly.
which would be quite weird.
This is
lights
the
on.
largest I have ever felt in my life.
It feels like being in the ship to me, but without the kind of pitching and yawing, and I don't like that, so I'd like to go home now. I'm getting a bit sandsick.
Oh, that's a shame.
We're not even in the
I'll
sand.
play you some music to take your mind off it. I'll get my viol out.
Can I mute?
Do
the
Adagio for strings,
transmission?
not for one
Just put a
string.
plug in it. Just stuff a
Adagio for
stop
strings.
into the...
I'm a very good musician, I'll have you know. I'm a bard.
I like that theme that they made for Benny the Hill Giant.
So you eventually get around to your old carriage, and the captain, you see this sad carriage where both the back wheels have broken and the back's obviously impacted the ground and dragged along a little bit, and the whole thing is just a wreck.
I say, what happened here?
I'll give you one guess.
Well, it broke, obviously.
Yep.
Did it hit something, or was it just worn out?
It was all. This is like probably hundreds of years old
I suppose.
carriage that we somehow got across the area that we did.
Yes, it does know anything, so... Well, let's get these bits and pieces across. Ozzy, could you possibly give us a hand?
Graham,
Hmm.
we're back.
The back door opens and just like falls off as it does. Well, no, it's just like fabric, isn't it? It just sort of like tears back, and it's like,
Check out the new digs.
evening.
Ah, good to
That
see
is, he's looking up at you like, well, that is the tallest I've ever seen you.
you.
And don't worry, the spiders are friendly. And thank you.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a stranger to these things.
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
Well, this one is F, and this one is Stirrup.
Well, great to me. Don't ask me how I know these things. I've definitely seen them before. What are they called? Wait. Ooh.
Cauliflower.
They don't
That
call
sounds about right.
Yay, Alex is in his own naming joke.
Alex isn't in on the joke. Grim, however.
Yahoo!
Grim doesn't know. And yeah, like, you relatively easy transport all the stuff from one to the other. More parts of the carriage just breaking as you do so.
You know, that makes it easier to bring it to a carpenter if they're already falling apart in carryable pieces.
Exactly. And all of you are able to carry the big crate. It's a coffin. That is something that 4 people are usually able to carry.
Yeah, traditionally do.
There's undercarriage thing, and then up above all this storage. It's enough for everything you've got. It's not much room left over once you've got all of that and any food and stuff stored inside that you were transporting across. But
More room than we have now.
you'd be painfully aware at this point, though, that you don't have a lot of supplies because it's been a couple days already, and you probably need to stock up, especially on water.
Yes. I suspect you won't be getting many places to get water across the Caribbean. Well, mighty hell.
I might be able to do that. Wait, let me consult my magical knowledge.
I can do smoke numbers.
Where's your magical knowledge stored? Is it on your bones, or do you have like a little book, a Rolodex?
And it's on my bones. You know all those runes and stuff that are carved into my ribs?
Oh, those are your spells.
Oh, well, I have to assume so. It's, the magic that sort of keeps me animated and sort of alive.
Cool.
That's what I've just always assumed it is. I could be wrong.
Where's Niffy?
Oh, she's staying at our housing.
Oh,
We also sorted out a place to stay for tonight because apparently staying like in a nice carriage like this, could get us fined.
yeah.
I can create and destroy water.
Lovely.
I can also create food and water.
Okay, so we really just need some barrels to store the water that you create in.
Yeah, that's by the way, that's always been an option. You guys just you choose to buy a lot of food in.
Well, it's probably better food than what you can make, right?
Well, I don't know.
Since we have a cook and everything.
I don't eat, so I don't eat what the stuff that Niffy makes, or I just assumed she was doing it because she didn't like me.
Well, there also is the thing that you don't have taste buds anymore, so I guess you wouldn't know how to make stuff that tastes good.
Nope. I don't know if I can control it. I haven't tested before.
Oh.
Might just be snail.
Well, we're going to do this old thing here.
Well, apparently there's some sort of carpenter you said, I believe, somewhere.
Yes.
I mean, it's not particularly socially kind, but we could just leave it. No one knows his ass.
Well, if it's a carpenter, take it away. I don't see why we shouldn't.
Carbuncle said that we could just go to a carpenter and tell them it was their problem.
Yeah, let's try to offend as few people as possible while we're in this country that already has a predisposition to hate odd groups like us.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, we don't want to be getting fines for leaving broken. Can I see a carpenter around?
You'll have passed one. Nothing particularly special, but yes.
Close by?
Close enough.
I'll walk over to the carpenter.
Yeah, it'll just be like a simple shop. Mostly, like a workshop at the back, and then display of various pieces they've made towards the front. A dwarf inside. As you're getting there, it seems like they're pretty much getting ready to close up shop quite late at this point.
Knock, knock. Hello.
Right.
Ah, hello. Good afternoon. We've had a bit of a thing with our old carriage. Wooden carriage, obviously. Back wheels are bust. So the wood itself is up for grabs. Wondered if you be interested in it at all.
Well, you want me to pay for it?
Well, I tell you what, no, you can just have it. There it is. It's in pieces over there. But it's not pieces. It's probably mendable by a dwarf of your skills. But for us, I'm afraid it's beyond redemption.
All right.
Right, yeah, well, I'll leave that with you then. Consider it yours. Have a very pleasant evening. Yes, good to meet you too. Ta-ta.
Do you want to run the shop? Ring, ring, ring.
But Captain, he didn't say it was good to meet you.
Right, yeah, I've told the chapess, I couldn't really tell, over there that this belongs to them now, so we can leave it safely here.
Cool.
Right, let's head back to our digs then.
Sure. And to shorten what could be a much longer thing, are you aiming for somewhere that you're paying to store the carriage?
Well, if it's guarded, yes.
If it's close by and guarded, yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't be like a 5-minute walk from where you're staying. There'd just be effectively like an indoor garage type thing that big enough you wander in. There's a dwarf who's not particularly amenable to you, but you hand him money and that's obviously enough.
Keep going to
I'll leave Olive.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Just in case.
Just a couple silver. They take off the colifu and there's like an area that they can keep them that's nice and safe, not just like randomly attached. You can see where they're going. They're just in like a little pen where there's some water and a little bit of food and such. All part of the service. You wander off back to the rooms.
Lovely.
And if you wish, that would be a long rest.
Yes, a long rest.
Good night, everyone. See you in the morning.
Yeah, well, I don't really need to sleep, so I'll be here, I guess.
All right.
I probably shouldn't go wandering around the streets.
No.
Well, have a nice...
I'll be real with you. What I might ask is one of you just takes off the crown so I don't have to sit around for 8 hours staring at a wall.
That's very sensible.
Oh, sure.
What? Before you do, you did bring this thing back to life, or at least fix it enough for me to be on it. Now, I can't hear any thoughts in here, but I don't know that it's not alive.
I don't know how I'd determine if it was.
Well, I guess if it starts attacking you, then
Yeah.
probably is.
All right. Bear with me. I'm just gonna kind of hop up on your shoulders here and just be like ready and primed if it continues moving after I take you off.
We can just like tie it up and stuff.
If I'm quick enough, it should be fine. Whoop!
You pull it off, and just like immediately, whatever force is holding this suit of armor together is no longer holding it together, and it just collapses.
Ow.
Right, well, that's good to know if Grim ever turns on us and we need to get rid of him.
Yes. I'm just wondering how we're going to reassemble the armor.
I'll handle it.
By the way, you're right, Pesto. Caught by any bits of armor. And...
Probably got bruising.
Oh, that's a shame.
Bit of hair was pulled out between some of the armor.
Ouch.
I'm fine. I'll sit the crown on just like a little spot.
Yeah.
Night, chaps. I just practice my viol for a little while. I could do the drums, I suppose. No, I'll use a viol.
Captain, we're in a place where other people are trying to sleep.
Oh, fair point. Yes, okay. The bagpipes.
Yeah, there it is.
Why don't you practice your yodeling?
My yodeling? I don't know how to yodel, but I can have a go if you like.
Well, that's why you need the practice, Captain.
I think I might do it another time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
I shall remember to hang the occupied thing on the outside of my room.
Yeah, you all just stick that on the outside and have a long rest. 8 hours goes past, and you wake up in the morning. It would be, you could wake up at 8 or 9, 7, 8, but you could wake up at 6 in the morning if you wanted to. It's up to you guys.
He'll get up early-ish, I think. I'd like to get away before the crowd, if there are any, build up in the streets.
Sure. So you get up. Do you knock on the others' doors?
I will knock on, not likely on Pesto's door to start with.
Do you remember which one's their doors?
I'm going to do the one I think is Pesto's door.
Give me a history for the sake and fun of D&D.
10. It's a 50-50.
Oof. I'll make it a 50-50. Knock, knock, knock. The door opens. A short figure
hang on.
answers the door.
Before the door opens, talking of short figures, what do I look like now?
Very reasonable.
Please don't be a centaur. Please don't be a centaur.
A dwarf would be handy.
You look like an elf. But not just any elf. As you look yourself in the reflection of something metal. You're an astral elf, which is lightest tones of skin and these like galaxy type looking eyes type thing, except you're see-through, so it's a bit harder to tell. But you're big elf.
Okay. I'll put a mask on there.
Open up. A small figure opens, and it's a dwarf. And it's something that takes you by surprise, but then, it comes to term that it isn't actually that abnormal. It's a dwarf with tons of like cybernetic parts. Like one of their arms is almost completely replaced by this rather broken down and rusty kind of cybernetic arm. Half of their face has got like some metal plating. One of their eyes looks like it was at one point probably some kind of fancy cyborg eye, but there's no light and it's not moving with the other eye, so it's probably broken. And they answer up and they're looking and they're like, "Hello?"
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I've knocked on the wrong door. I do apologize.
That's all right.
Please go back to. I'm so sorry. I'll be leaving now. Yeah, darn it, didn't have it. Which,
From what I assume is the next room over, you hear a clink, 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 clink as I'm assembling the room back.
That's
Open up the next door.
No, I'm not going to open the door. I'm going to lean to the door. Pesto!
Come in.
Morning. Hope you slept well.
Thank you. Yeah. Morning. Hold this, and I hand you one of the arms.
I see you're doing a bit of jigsaw puzzling.
Yeah, The arms are weird because they have to both go in at the same time, otherwise they pop out. So here, just
yeah.
go to the
Just
crest.
I'm imagining you sitting there just like you put one in one arm, plunk, plunk, the other one falls off. Damn it. Put on the other arm, plunk, plunk. But your arms aren't big enough to put them back in at the same time.
It's an and lock mechanism.
Wait, are you assembling this like standing up?
Probably sitting on the bed.
Should have it lying down, yeah, whatever.
No, I mean, it's the suit of armor standing up. I would have just assumed you were doing it like so it was lying down so that things didn't fall off and out and everything.
There's not a lot of room in here, and Grim is pretty big. So.
Well, Grim's pretty small. He's a crown.
It's true. Right, yeah, ready? 1,
Yep.
2.
Wait, I've realised who Grim is.
Who is Grim?
Alex has said repeatedly that there is no secret Kugaronian princess. That makes Grim the secret crown prince.
That's what it is.
So you pop in the arms.
Thank you for moving on before I did. It made you sound like the asshole instead of me.
This pink light glows throughout him, and he just sort of stretches out, the equivalent of cracking the joints, except it's just metal and air on the inside. And it's just like, morning.
Morning.
Morning. How are you? I would ask if you slept well, but I don't suppose you sleep, do you? Are you aware when you're not?
Nope, don't exist.
Tune out. I see. Well, good to see you anyway.
I think that's what in part contributes to my lack of memory. Because, if I'm not there for a while, I think my brain, or I don't have a brain, but whatever
Your mind, yes.
does that and kind of just fades out for a little bit.
Yes, I know that.
For future reference, you fall apart when the crown is removed.
Yes. Your armor becomes a pile of armor pieces.
See, now, that would be quite funny, because I can take this off myself, obviously.
Yes, but if you do, it'll be difficult to put it back on again.
Exactly, I'll fall apart straight away.
Yes. I would just
For emergency situations.
Yes.
I was going to say in the future, maybe lay down before removing the crown.
Yes. Yourself.
It sounds like your problem, not mine.
Yeah, very
True. That's why I'm asking and not telling. But you're right.
All right, then. No, that's fine.
All right. You two. I'll leave you two do it for a moment. I'm just going to go get Ozzy. I think it's. It might be.
It's this one.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Oh, good. Toc.
Hello? Who is it? I'm just an old lady.
Yes. Hello, old lady. It's Captain Monty here.
Oh, that's good.
The door opens and it's an old lady.
Hello, madam. Door knocking check.
It's me. I'll just change my disguise. I'm just a dwarf lady.
Don't do that to me.
I was concerned that, there might be shady characters going around knocking on people's doors who I don't know, and I wanted to be prepared.
Very sensible.
Why would you know the people's doors they're knocking on?
What?
You said knocking on people's doors that you don't know.
Knocking on people.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be in one of these rooms and then someone that I don't know come knocking on the door and then I open it and it's just a stranger. It'd be awkward. And also, people here seem... Well, we keep being told people are unfriendly. Everyone that we've met's been fine. So I thought, if I'm a little old lady, then I can be prepared.
That is actually good thinking.
All my thinking is good.
I'm trying not to sound surprised.
I do all my best thinking in my head. So all my thinking's really good.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Marvellous. Well, it's time to get going. So gather up whatever belongings you may have and let's head out.
Wonderful. You grab anything and you set off.
We also need to get some... Did we get the supplies yesterday? I can't remember.
I'm the supplies.
I was thinking more of the water and things.
Yeah, that's me.
I
mean, we can get more if you want, but I can just do it for you.
In that case, we are fine.
You said you haven't tried that before. Should we try that before we leave? Just
That's
in
actually a
case.
good point, because I don't want to be in the middle of the desert when we try it and the water doesn't work. That would be bad.
All right.
We do need to get some barrels and whatnot to store all the stuff you create in.
Well, not really.
Okay.
How often can you create water, for example?
I could theoretically create water 11 times a day. but that would be like all of my like magical reserves, and it would be like a lot of water.
So how much in one sort of use?
In like the minimum amount.
I'm just wondering what sort of size if we're going to get a barrel, what sort of size barrel should we be getting?
Okay. The minimum amount for just water by itself, 10 gallons. Or I can make it rain.
Which is very pleasant, I'm sure, in the desert. It might be quite interesting.
How much does a barrel hold?
Depends on the
I
barrel.
guess that depends on how big the barrel is.
A 10-gallon barrel, for example, would probably hold 10 gallons. You see, I'm always here to help with these difficult questions.
Right, we've got to go to the shop and ask for a 20 half-gallon barrel then.
20 half-gallon.
The classic kind of barrel I presume you're thinking of, like a whiskey barrel,
Is it
I
about
think
40
would be
gallons?
about 120 litres.
How many? 120.
In what would
A
you prefer
litre,
that in?
It's about
Pints?
Gallons? Since
Gallons.
Ozzy just gave us
It's
the
about
measurement in gallons.
it's about 40
20,
gallons.
26.
Okay, so one is plenty.
Right, let's get ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, you'd struggle to fit like one massive barrel in the carriage, but you could definitely fit a few smaller ones within like around, because it's mostly just benches and then like a bit of a central corridor and then that. But there's enough storage spots that you could put a few smaller barrels around.
So, Otty, when you create your water,
Yes?
does it sort of appear in one big large blob, or could you fill up a set of separate barrels?
Well, it depends. So, for the individual instance of water, I can create up to 10 gallons of clean water within range in an open container, or I can make it fall in a 30-foot cube. So I would imagine in one container for that one. However, when I make the water and I make it for food, I have to do both of them together. I create 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water on the ground or in containers within range.
Ah, there we go. That'll be perfect. I was thinking I can actually shape water, so you could create the cube in the air, and I can then shape it into 4 columns going into the barrels if necessary. But that last one sounds great.
The point is, you could put water into barrels that you'll have in the
So if we
carriage.
get, say, 4 10-gallon barrels.
The specifics aren't. Well, I mean, like 10 gallons itself would be more than enough for a very long time for 4 of you. Well, 3 of you.
Yes, true.
Well, we should get a 30-gallon tank.
Just to be very clear, this food and water does have sustenance. It will last. It does not disappear.
They are both useful in fending off the hazards of malnutrition and dehydration. The food is nourishing.
Cool.
That's what we need.
Why have we been buying supplies?
It lasts 24 hours, and then it spoils. Because Niffy didn't like me, so she wanted to do all of her own stuff.
Well, jolly interesting. So,
I have to assume that Niffy likes me again now because she's not saying anything against this. So
Yeah, she's very agreeable today.
She's just like, hands on her head, just like, I don't want to do this today.
I can tell that she's keen.
Okay, you can stay in the carriage.
Right. So we need to. I tell you, I'll head out and buy some barrels. You get ready to roll. When I get back, we'll scoot off.
Okay.
I thought you had to pick up your clothes.
Yeah, we'll do that on the way out of town.
That's a very good point, which I had forgotten about.
Okay. So you'd have a day to spend in the town. We don't have to RP every moment of it. What would you like to do?
the clothes and
Yeah.
leave.
I think one thing we should do is we should all take turns in having a go at driving
Hmm.
the carriage, because it's not fair on Pester doing the driving all the time, 8 hours a day, every day. And we're all supposed to be able to do it. So, Pester, you're the expert now. You can show us how to do this drive.
Just take some getting used.
I just assume that since Grimm's a suit of armor, Grimm would be doing most of it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think we should all learn how to do it now while we are in a calm and safe environment.
I would, in fact,
We didn't get Grimm any clothes because Grimm is clothes.
suggest that, I don't imagine I need the clothes. It might be easier to practice in a massive open plain of sand.
Yeah, we can just go outside the town. We've got all day.
If we go into the sand, we'll die, or you'll die.
I think I might already be dead. I'm not quite sure.
It's not so bad.
I want to test it.
No. Although the last time I met Death, he was quite nice.
I'm going to skip over that.
But I get your point. All right, we'll leave that until we get into the desert. But we must all have a go at driving this here thing before we end up in a difficult situation.
Okay.
In which case, for now, since we can't go to a tavern, anybody have anything they want to do? Any shops they want to go to? Anything they particularly want to do today?
We did that. They didn't have much. I think you had said about wanting to leave early before the guards arrive. So if you want to go get your barrel, we'll go get the clothes and then we can leave.
Yep.
I thought we had to wait for the evening for the clothes.
No, it was just the morning, wasn't it? It was just come back tomorrow.
It was 24 hours.
Ah.
Well, I guess we're skipping over a bunch of today then, because there's not really a lot else to do.
Yeah, if you want to say you just sit around not doing much, it's boring for your characters, but we don't have to RP. You know?
I mean, we're in a place that doesn't like us very much, so it is just going to be.
Yeah, I would prefer not to wait the day in real time.
Yeah.
No, we'll just wait the whole time. And to clarify, you're in a place that you've been told wouldn't like you, but you've not actually met anyone. The nastiest person you've met so far is someone who was closing their shop and wasn't particularly interested in what you had to say.
Exactly.
Yeah, that wouldn't like us and doesn't really have much stuff that a bigger town would, so there's not really much for us to gain here anyway.
They didn't have
Does
a
anybody
shop
want to
for
learn?
anything.
Does anybody want to learn to play the viol or the lute or the drum?
No.
I can possibly all three at once, or that'd be quite tricky.
Do you have a bone flute?
I don't have a bone flute, I'm afraid. I have a lute.
Well, then I
It
feel like
sounds like
anything
a
else
flute.
would be off-brand for me, so I'll skip it.
Okay, I'll practice my lute thing, which is close to a flute.
Unless you're instructing me to, in which case I will.
No. This is purely recreational. No, I've decided in that case, Pesto. You see, I have here my lute, and my viol, and my drum, which are my three instruments I can play. But I've always found it awkward to play them separately. Could you put a mechanism of some sort together where I can sort of hang the drum in front of me, and sort of hang the sort of lute across me, and then maybe have the viol sort of, I don't know, off to the side of my chin, so I could sort of strum my lute, play the viol, and perhaps use a pedal to hit my drum?
Please don't.
I could. It wouldn't be. You wouldn't be able to move very much.
It's something I could sort of do if I was just bored. I wanted to play myself a tune. I'm going to teach myself how to do a one-man band.
I'd need to get back on the ship.
Sure.
I'd need to be in my workshop to do something like that.
All right. Well, when we get back to the ship, remind me. I fancy having a go. That could be a whole new concept.
I'll definitely do that.
So you spend the day not doing a lot of much. Probably quite nice to actually have a bit of a rest.
A quiet day.
Possibly a little bored. The city, if you have a little wander around, it's quite pretty in itself. There's nothing particularly special. There's some nice fountains around. You know, like in any city, there's just some like nice little bits and pieces you can see, some nice sights, some statues. There's a museum that you kind of like walk through for a little bit, but it's a lot of Kuguronian history that very much glorifies the Kuguronian people, and it's not particularly great. But eventually, the later hours of the day roll around.
We have bought our barrels that contain 45 pounds
Yeah.
of food, 30 gallons of fresh water.
May I take notes on what we learned from the museum?
Give me a perception.
Okay. Any other check I could use?
Well, I'm trying. If you're going around a museum, it's looking at and reading things.
Yeah.
That could be intelligence, retaining stuff.
Sure.
Just raw intelligence.
I mean, sure. Do an investigation.
Wait, a museum is history.
It is, but you're not rolling history because you're not remembering history. You're looking at things freshly.
Investigation is 19.
19. I mean, so the first thing you would assume is if you wanted actual history, you're not really in the right place. This is more glorified history. Most of the sections are like, I don't want to call them like artifacts because that implies magical. Just, like stone tablets from the past and little bits and pieces that are just kind of nice to look at. The stuff that moves into the actual history, there's some mention of like an incursion on Alesduin and a very negative perspective of Galadafir and, you know, the army trying to save the people and being defeated by a horrible, nasty person.
To be clear, I'm not trying to gather the real history here.
No.
I want whatever will convince other people that we are very proud Cougaronian
Yeah.
people.
And then there'd be some stuff about the war.
I want the version where we're Cougaram saved wherever from the savages of that land. And be like, yes.
Yeah, so about 250 years ago, Cougaram invaded Gen and Ekte, and then 200 years later, the Cougaronian incursion reaches the treaty. But it's very much written in the sense of, like, you know, the Cougaronians very kindly gave some of the land back, and, you know, they peacefully they won the war. You know, very much how anyone in the US talks about how they won the Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of a thing.
Wait, people in the US say that they won the Vietnam War?
Oh yeah.
But that's wrong.
And that's my example.
Oh yeah.
But it's very
That's
like twisted
the thing
towards that kind of
everyone
thing.
knows.
It's very twisted towards that kind of a thing where they obviously graciously gave back parts of Cougaram to a lesbian, and they graciously accepted blah 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 blah. You know, it's very much there's some names of people and pictures and paintings of the
Is
war.
this an allegory for something?
Cougaram being the US? No. Anyway,
Not necessarily just the U.S. There's a few other countries that come to mind right now of graciously giving land back to the original owners.
Are we talking about the French or the UK?
Nope.
Yeah, so it's that kind of stuff. There's nothing like really super in depth. If you're looking for like how to show that Cougaram's the best, it seems like realistically the best way to do it is just be like, we're the best, aren't we? And we always win, and everything's great here, and no one's sad. Just kind of that kind of very surface level.
There's no war in Bossing Say.
Kind of. I think it would also highlight, you know, how the Cougaronian people, this wondrous technology that they added to all of their people to assist with the war, and it was all successful. You'd vaguely be aware that obviously what's actually happened is they almost cyborged themselves to extinction, which is interesting. So you I didn't really mention it, but around town you've been seeing a relatively large number of older generation people with cyborg bits and pieces, and you'd have noted that a lot of them are broken down. Some of them, like, there isn't even a limb there anymore. A lot of them, they might not be using whatever limb, like got crutches, because it's all broken down, not been fixed up.
And
they've
this
kind of
is the
been left to
allegory
rot.
for American vets.
It's funny, you know, I actually never really wrote that. I'm going to tell you a full 100% truth. I never wrote this as an allegory for the US. I just wrote this as, this is a terrible
Comically
place.
evil thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to see that it matches the US,
Well,
that says a lot. Anyway, so this like it very much glorifies all of them. And I'd say it's fairly well known elsewhere that, like, yeah, the dwarves, there are much older generations of people, not a lot of younger generations, because part of the cyborg enhancements meant that they couldn't have children. And therefore, they almost, one of the main reasons they had to give up on the war, I'm sure the captain knows, is because they didn't have enough troops, basically. They just like were waning on the ability to keep up a war after 200 years.
interesting.
Because 200 years is about the lifespan of a dwarf. So...
Oh no. They're cloning now, aren't they? Do we know if they're cloning?
There's been no evidence of such things.
They're cloning for sure. That's the
So-
next evil thing to do, right?
But yes, and then there's this, you know, this treaty that they have, that they obviously were the main, people in terms of creating it, blah blah. So it's that kind of stuff.
And I really hope I didn't just give you an idea.
I mean, I always get ideas, and who knows where they come from. Anyway, yes, that's like the main, like the most interesting thing, other than just looking at some architecture and stuff, learning how to drive the carriage around, although, you know, you'd leave it in various places as you went around, and eventually it comes to about the time you could pick up your clothing.
Yeah.
So,
Back to Imperial garb.
Imperial measures.
Fuck!
Who wouldn't remember that?
We have all said Imperial garb
Yes.
every single fucking time.
That's canon that you guys keep saying that in person. You walk around just like asking people, by the way, where's Imperial garb? Where?
It's measures, Pesto, because they're a tailor, so they measure stuff.
Yeah, but they also have garb. I think both names could work, and they should have Imperial garb in very small letters under Imperial measures.
It's a pun, though, because here they use the Imperial system, whereas the rest of the world uses the metric system.
The what?
Imperial measures.
The what?
The metric system?
What's that?
So, like, in other parts of the world, they use things like meters and kilograms,
I've never heard of any of these things.
whereas here they use things like gallons. That's why we were confused earlier, because the description of my spell changed to be 10 gallons, and we didn't know how much that was.
Why is my translator not working?
Pesto's never heard of this, not because they know Imperial or metric, it's because they made up their own measuring
Yeah, I have
system.
my own system.
So
Yeah.
you measure in like your own finger and stuff like that. This is 14 seeds long.
Yep. This is canon. This is how Pesto does things.
Oh, 100%. I like to imagine part of the time he just sort of goes, yeah, it's about right.
Mhm.
Pesto's doing that thing where he like puts his hand into the gap and then walks slowly away with his hands
Yeah.
still that distance apart.
Mhm.
So, you walk in. The captain, of course, you have not seen before, so let me go through. The outside is nothing special. Same limestone as the rest of I think I've been saying sandstone. The rest of it's all, I meant to say limestone. Oh, look at me. Same limestone as the rest of the city with minimal detail, but the inside is almost like being transported into a different country entirely. Firstly, and most prominently, it's cool in here. Most of the buildings so far have been hot, as the dwarves are not only okay with the heat, but almost welcome it. But whoever owns this shop evidently finds the cooler weather more comfortable. And it is outside like 40 degrees hot. It's like hot.
Hot.
And there's very little reprise, is that the right word? From the heat. Very little...
Not reprise. Relief.
Yeah.
But no,
It ain't cool in many places.
It'll come to me in a second.
As you look around, you see a classic old-fashioned tailor's with a platform on the left-hand side and 3 large mirrors surrounding it, and a seating area to the right. At the back are some changing rooms and doors to what one could only assume is a staff area or storage.
Reprieve.
And as you walk in, reprieve, that's the word. As you walk in, you see a tall and rather slender tabaxi with charcoal mottled fur, a crescent marking on their head. The face is gracefully structured and stunning in appearance, mostly due to their shining emerald eyes. They wear a tailored suit, beige in colour, matched with a green waistcoat and golden buttons, and look to you with a little bit of... they look to the other two with a friendly nature, as they have seen them before. You would remember the name, probably?
I would, but I don't.
Brilliance.
Brilliant.
Brilliant is a great name.
What can they say? Welcome. Lovely to see you. And whom I assume is our size-changing friend.
Yes, this is Captain Monty.
A pleasure to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. So I'm sorry we haven't been introduced. What did you say your name was?
This is Brilliance.
Brilliance.
Ah, Brilliance. Just Brilliance? So, yeah, that's what you could call me Monty, by all means. Lovely to meet you. Yes. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday.
I remember their name, and Pesto remembers the name of the other person that we met.
Do you say you remember their surname?
No, their name.
Oh, their name, Brilliance.
And Pesto remembers the name of the other person that we met. Don't you, Pesto?
The dealership person?
Yeah. The only other person whose name we know.
Oh yeah, Cardin.
There you go.
Yeah, Cardigan and
Yes. You asked if there was a surname. They say, and you said your name was Monty. So, yes, it's Brilliance Starbound.
Ah, what a very nice name. How lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Well, lovely to meet you. I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I understand you've been making some clothes for us.
I have indeed. And since I am one for just a little bit of a love for drama and the flair of fancy, how about you take your clothes, get changed, and appear before your friend, one by one?
Oh, fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Who?
All right, go ahead, Niffy.
Yeah, Niffy goes in first. There's a couple minutes. In fact, I won't do this every time, but because Niffy's going and getting changed, did you want to RP in any way, especially with Brilliance?
Just to make a point to hand over the key.
Thank you very much. I assume you found your stay at least reasonable.
Yeah, it was very, very quiet and safe,
Of
and
course.
you appreciate that.
Of course.
Yeah, and I did do just a little bit of tidying up, make sure it looked better than it was when I came in.
Kind. It's kind. Because there are no, as far as I understand, there are no cleaners or anything for low cost.
No, it's fair.
So it is good to. I mean, I believe the sheets and things are taken, but that is a personal errand rather than a service.
It was very kind. I hadn't realised it. It was you who recommended it. You're very comfortable. Thank you very much.
I had. It is owned by the owner of this shop.
I see. Well, pass on our grateful thanks.
I shall. And after just a couple of minutes, Niffy comes out wearing, as has been written down, cargo-esque trousers made of hefty fabric, boots, a crop top that still has like a lower bit. It just looks like a crop top, but then there's like a layer underneath it that's obviously separated.
A thinner, more body.
Exactly, more bodily, under like a shawl and a hood. It's all very thick material. You were told it would be thick material because obviously this is still for protecting from the
heat, the sand,
from the heat. There's some gloves that obviously come out as well, and basically all of her is able to be covered as she can pull up a little mask and pull down the shawl to sort of match between the two. Yeah, looks very like dark colors, very punk rock-esque, I guess. Looking very fancy.
Punk rock, dune fit.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Suits you.
Punk boulder.
No, it fits you. It suits you, rather. Excellent. Very nice work.
And who's next?
If Niffy could talk right now, I'm sure she'd say that it's a surprise to her as well.
She says,
did not get
she's got to think of that.
Exactly.
Next up, Pesto.
Sure.
You go in, get changed, and put everything on, and you come out with these flowy, multi-layered robes, which look very good on you. Obviously, you're not very tall, so they're not going everywhere, but they sort of trail a little bit, different lengths, all very well put together. Shawl and a hood, a little pull-up mask. Well, and you had requested a ruddy red color, very nicely put together.
Lovely.
Yeah. Covered from head to toe. Yeah, sort of thing where if you spin in a circle, it all like raises up.
Lovely. I'll look great on top of the carriage.
Monty? Oh, Monty, okay. So I head out, get changed.
You get changed?
Yeah, Ozzy is the big finisher.
And as I walk into the room, and,
oh yes, I forgot about you.
God damn it.
Except you're in the changing room, so it just sort of all over your face.
Damn it!
Hit the wall.
You see them go inside, and just like a puff of feathers comes out.
Sorry, carry on.
There's a seagull in there as well. How did that get? And evidently they have designed this for you because you weren't around. So you're wearing, I will write exactly what was written down for you, something wandering minstrel or troubadour, which is very ostentatious. So puffy shoulders and lots of fancy colors, looking very OTT.
I think I'd like that.
But it's got like folds in it, so that
and that's the thing. So
yeah,
because you're wearing it, as you like, in fact, actually a better scene. You get in, and it's on a hanger, and it's like 3 foot from neck to ankle, and you're like,
this is going to be a problem.
But the legs are very much like an accordion style folds that you sort of pull, and it just keeps on going, and like all of the arms and the body and everything kind of extends out a little bit so that it fits you wonderfully, but you could shuffle it all back in again if you needed to. So as you're currently standing, it's sort of middle fit. It could get a bit bigger, so there's some baggy edges, but it fits quite nicely.
I say, this is jolly good work. Thank you very much indeed.
Yes. You'd have like a beret style thing, but it has like a shade that comes back around your neck, and then you can pull up a little mask.
Oh, marvelous! Yes. I let me just one moment. I'll get my lute out. I'm not going to actually play it. Just hold it. How do I look?
You look fantastic.
Yeah, you look alright.
Looks normal.
That's. Thank you. I think. That's lovely. Thank you.
Very eccentric.
Well,
And finally, Ozzy.
Ozzy, yes.
Oh, Ozzy.
Ozzy's in there for a little bit longer than the rest of you.
I'm just putting
rather
on all my
curiously.
normal clothes.
Yeah. And comes out wearing an executioner's hood flowing down, a chunky belt tucked into baggy trousers with lots of pockets, chunky suspenders from the trousers. On the hood, there's a pattern of a crown of local flowers, like cactus flowers. The arms are holes in this hood. The hood kind of goes all the way down past the belly. There's holes in the hood thing with big lace gloves up to the shoulders with bicep belts, 3 of them asymmetric, so 2 on one side and 1 on the other, with big shoulder pads that go over the suspenders to slightly hide them, and then fingerless gloves over the lace gloves, and a buckle that doesn't do anything over one of the knees.
That is distinctive, Ozzy.
I hope this fits the vision that you imagined.
Yeah, no, it looks great. And then I will look exactly like an ugly old dwarf lady in normal clothes again.
Ashamed to hide it, but fair enough.
Well, what little I saw was, I must congratulate you on your skill. These clothes are marvelous. Thank you very much.
Masterfully done.
And a voice from behind you says, I know I don't need to wear clothes, but I feel left out now.
Yeah, sorry,
Would you
Graham.
I mean, we can buy you a scarf or something if you'd like. Something to.
Why, no, I don't have to. It's, I understand.
If you're made of clothes, but you don't put on any other clothes, are you a nudist?
I think I am automatically and inherently the opposite.
So it's impossible for you to be nude.
A nudist.
Well, it's impossible for me to be nude because I don't actually have a form. I borrow others. So even if I were in the form of someone nude, I would not be nude. They would be nude. I would just be piloting their nude body.
Excellent.
I think you can get put on a list for that.
Is there an accessory here that you want?
Perhaps a bell for your crown.
I like the sound of a badge.
A badge.
I don't know what I should make it look like.
What if we echo the design of your crown in the badge?
Okay.
Yes.
Is that not like a bit like putting a hat on a hat, which is also an option that we could do?
Well, I'm just assuming you get a magnet or something. Cling.
Yeah. I'll work on that in the time that the rest of you are driving.
Are you magnetic?
I have no idea.
I don't. We'd need to check if they're magnetic first.
I just assumed you'd use one of those magical magnets that sticks to any metal.
I think that's just called glue.
Yeah. Like the kind people use to just like stick a sword on their back.
Yeah.
That kind.
Yeah, like this sword.
Yeah.
Actually,
See?
probably left the sword in the carriage because carrying that around.
Strange place to keep a sword on your back. It's terrible access.
It really is, but it's stylish for some reason. So people like to get the special magnet.
Oh.
It's so unrealistic of a design that in games they actively make the sword clip through a sheath on the back because it's impossible.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that everyone is happy with what I have made for you.
I could not be happier.
Yes. Fantastic.
I'm glad. I will guarantee that this will keep you protected as long as you wear it in the Kavir. If you incur any damage whilst you're out there, using it with regular use, not exposing any skin or doing anything ridiculous that gets it damaged, I will happily reimburse.
That's very kind.
We already paid you, right?
You did.
Cool. Awesome.
Well, that's very, very kind.
And just out of curiosity, anything you need taken across the Kavir as we're headed that way?
Nothing I can think of.
Okay.
If you were coming back, there are things that you can get from the Kavir that are interesting. I will not put that burden on you.
Well, you could always ask. If we find them, we find them.
No. I mean, we won't go out of our way for it. But if we if we find it or we see it,
yes.
How moral are you on a legality scale?
Depends on the legal system we're talking about.
If you're a Cougaronian guard, you have to tell us.
Broad-minded. We've traveled the world. The morality is different in different places.
There's a certain berry that you can find in the Kavir.
Okay.
Yes.
It's that of the Pyramus cactus.
Beru.
It is somewhat hallucinogenic. You've interacted with those before. Not
Yes.
you, but you.
Campaign 2. The little, like,
I don't remember.
You got high.
the little bugbear goblin people village.
Oh hell yeah!
With the Rimkins, and you shared your mushrooms and they shared their Bear's cactus whilst you were hiding from a sandstorm.
Hell yeah!
That was Ray.
Yeah, of course it was. All you said was mushrooms, and I knew.
Yes, I would be careful transporting them. They are not. Well, you see, the hallucinogenic properties are not dangerous. In fact, they are not even addictive. The issue is they can be used to brew a rather dangerous strength potion.
Wow.
Dangerous in what way?
Gives a person a lot of strength, but it's known for rendering them unconscious rather quickly after they have it.
Oh, I see.
It takes a long time to wake.
Are the berries magical?
They are magical in the sense that they are of the land and have properties as such, but they are not enchanted.
Oh, that's fine. I can, if we pick them up and we've, need to hide them somewhere, I'll just keep them in the same place to keep nifting stuff.
Of course.
Fair enough.
All right, we'll keep an eye out for him.
But do not feel burdened to do so.
Yeah. If we come across him, it's easy.
So why would it be illegal to pick up these berries?
Because they're not a fan of this potion being brewed.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, so the berries is fine. It's just the thing that's to do with it that they don't like.
The berries are illegal. They are a drug in themselves, and that is not seen well around here. But also, they are used in dangerous property.
Noted.
If one was to be found in possession of these berries, what would the penalty be?
It's not a grand misdemeanor, so most likely you would be fined. If you get a
Fair enough.
particularly harsh guard, there may be other problems, a night in a jail cell perhaps, but nothing terrible.
That's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to get a feel for how.
If you were caught selling them, then problems.
Very well. Mental note: don't sell the berries if we find them. Okay. Right, jolly good. Well,
We've got a long journey.
That's a way back thing, not a way there thing.
yes, exactly. Lovely. Well, perhaps we'll see you at some time in the future.
I'm glad to have helped. If you are coming back past here, then please do come through.
We'll stop by on our way back. Yeah.
Indeed. Well, lovely to have met you, and
Yes.
have a very pleasant rest of the day.
Okay. And you set off, the sun's hanging relatively low in the sky towards the Kavir.
So as I get into the back of this cart, which is an enclosed area with built carriage,
Yes.
does that count as a room?
Do you want it to count as a
We
room?
can't.
Yes,
we cannot
because
talk about what counts as a room anymore.
Normally, I
We
don't bother
can't.
wearing the cloak, but at the moment, I was going to have forgotten to take it off. Because it's a tiny room, so as you get in, you get a kazoo going, and one small starling hops out. It's a very small room. Pesto, when we get into the outside of the town, into the edge of the desert, we all need to have a little go at driving this contraption, make sure we know what we're doing, and then we'll sort out some sort of rota for who's going to drive. For those of us who are not perhaps so prone to get tired and make mistakes.
Sounds good. I'll get us out of town and then we'll switch.
Did you just say "sounds good"?
Sounds good.
That's an excellent joke,
That
though,
was-
because we're in the desert.
What?
You said "sounds good." We're in the desert. I thought
He
good joke.
misheard you as saying sands.
Oh,
You see what I mean? Yes.
I see. No, I said sound.
Well, I mean, he's going to miss here. He doesn't have any ears.
I don't have ears, no.
Neither do you, though. And you heard me for just fine.
Huh?
Point taken. All right.
I can't hear you through this tinny little thing that we're talking through.
Corhen! Wait, there's-
Wait!
there's no-
Clonk.
Yeah, Corhen!
you say Cohen, and there's this. As you've forgotten to take off the handbrake. I'm like, oh, fuck, shit.
Okay, I should do this and then say Corhen. Got it.
No, I'll just get my bagpipes out. Haven't practiced these for a little while. Might be a bit rusty. Sorry.
I don't have ears, Captain. It's fine.
Sorry, Nunu.
So, you travel off. I'm going to say that Grim just joins you up on the thingy box, the driving spot.
I train Grim first. The box seat.
Yeah.
Box seat, that's the one. As you travel north, as you're exiting the one like big road that exits out of the city, you see something that's annoying, but not necessarily particularly concerning, which is a couple carriages are stopped in somewhat of a little queue, like 2 or 3 of them.
Captain.
And there's a couple dwarven guards. Just as they stop, they start talking to the carriage driver. One of them sort of comes in, checks the back, and then they look at some paperwork, and then they go, and then you all shuffle forwards.
Captain.
Hello.
Captain, I need you out here to talk to these guards, otherwise I might kill them.
Oh, don't do that. That might be bad. I'll pop out.
Okay.
Yeah, you pop out. You can see, so the ones that are in front of you are obviously, it was mentioned before, these much smaller sand vehicles of some kind that are probably just going out for little trips and things. You are the biggest carriage going out of the north of town. And as you get there, one of the guards just puts a little hand up to stop you in front of them. Do you run them down?
No.
I say, Judd.
You say Judd, and you put on the handbrake and stop. And there's a couple of them. One goes around the one side, the other one goes around the other side, looking up at you. In fact, no, I'd say because they're used to this kind of thing, they actually have like a little platform that they can walk up to, so they get to a very similar height to you. As he comes up, he's like, all right, looking at a little list, is like, what's your purpose for leaving into the Kavir?
We're heading towards, I forgot the name of the town.
Co.
What?
Oh, Losig is where you're going.
Co.
Co is the other side of the
Where's it? Oh, we're going to Co. Heading to Co.
Okie dokie, and what
And
is...
heading on from there on towards Lustig.
All right, and what is the purpose of this trip?
We have business in Lustig.
Right, what business would that be?
We're traders.
Traders, so you've got cargo?
Yes.
All right, tick. Right, I'll need to see your paperwork for cargo. So you hand over this part where he starts looking through it. So what have you got on board? As he's just reading through, just checking some things, bits and pieces, you know.
Machine parts and some wood and some, what do they sell over here? Some metal ores.
Yes, that's very convincing. You said it much more convincingly, right?
Yes, well, exactly. I have huge charisma.
Roll a deception.
Deception. Can I not do persuasion? That's deception.
No.
Actually, my
Because you are lying.
I'm not well, I'm only lying a bit.
You're only completely lying.
My persuasion is so much better than my deception. And that is a natural 20 with another 5 on top, 25.
Yeah, I mean, you just say it really confidently. He's like, all right, fine, just looks through, ticks off some things, gives you like one of the pages of your paperwork is like a little, like in a passport for stamps, and just like stamps down on it, passes it back to you. It's like, all right, how many people have you on board?
5.
Okay, and we'll just need to open up the back if that's all right.
Yes, help yourself.
Okay, they wander around and just open up these big doors. Inside would be Ozzy, currently looking like an old woman.
Ozzy and
Niffy. And he's just like, fine. Just sort of steps in, has a little peek, doesn't really look at much. And he's like, righty ho, and then closes it up. Or the other one did that whilst the one was still standing at the front. He's like, all right, all sounds good. Are you all prepared for going to Kavir? You know that you'll need special clothing. You're aware of the sandstorms.
We are. We have clothing. We have supplies. We are aware of the sandstorms. Thank you very much for reminding us. Very kind.
Right, and I'll need you to sign this little waiver here that puts the Empire of Kugarom out of responsibility for looking after you whilst you're in the Kavir.
Absolutely no problem. Just pass. There we go.
Righty-ho, and he's also written down your license plate number. He's like, all right, have fun.
Yes, well, that's very kind. Thank you, officer. Perhaps see you later on when we come back.
All right.
Off we go.
And then move on.
There we go. Go ahead.
And they off you go, traveling off. There's only a little bit of earth which is getting quite dusty before it turns fully into the sands of the Kavir, and you feel the carriage sink ever so slightly as under the weight, and the sounds of the tracks mute with this new terrain, and it just glides across this sand. Absolutely no problem. You can see, in fact, the Kolofu at the front almost speed up, but not because they're traveling faster, but because they just seem so much more designed for sand. They're able to weirdly traverse better through this sand. The inside of the carriage is relatively cool. You know, it's just not getting penetrated by the heat. Outside, sitting at the front, it was like a wall, a weird wall where it went from about 40 degrees to 50 degrees. You'll want some equivalents. Let me give you that.
That's okay. I don't need it. It's hot as fuck.
Went from about 104 to about 122.
It went from
Fahrenheit.
hot as fuck to really hot as fuck.
And then it settles at about 140 Fahrenheit, 60 degrees Celsius, as you're like properly getting into
60?
the land of it. You can tell it's hot, but obviously the clothing you're wearing is not keeping you like, easy breezy cool, but it
I'd like
means
to
you
point
only
out
feel like...
Then I've got back inside again.
Oh, exactly. You're not easy breezy cool, but you kind of like, oh, it is kind of hot. You only realize how hot it is when you accidentally kind of like brush a little bit of a paw across Grim, and he's like an oven plate hot, just letting off immense amounts of heat.
Well, are we going to stop and do the practice driving?
Can do.
We don't,
Yeah, I mean,
we
so,
don't need to RP
out
then.
in front of you.
We say
Let me finish my like talking bit.
Oh, I thought you had. Some.
Honestly,
No.
there's one more sentence. The landscape is bare, and though it is stunning, it's relatively boring. See, that's all I had to say.
What kind of bareness in the game?
You wanted to tell us that it was
Ha ha,
boring?
funny panda bear, other kind of bear.
You know, how, how can it be stunning and boring? Stunning, but very similar. Very samey. perhaps.
Stunning, relatively boring.
Relative to what?
Okay, right.
Relative to something that's less boring.
That's not very helpful.
No, it's sand dunes all over, and every now and again there's like a big rock or a boulder. Nothing much else. You don't see any vegetation particularly. It's just this long orange sands into nothingness. And yes, you can switch around who's driving. After maybe an hour or so, you get to go inside the main bit, Pesto, and it's just a lot cooler in there.
Yippee!
Drink some water. And when you're inside, of course, you can pull down the hood and everything and feel a little bit more... Well, even though you're inside a tiny cube, you get to breathe, you know.
Excellent stuff.
It's about 4 hours before anything happens, and it'll be getting relatively late. Because already the suns were going down. You notice that it is getting cooler as the suns go down. Cooler to about 45 degrees. Exactly. So it's now as the suns go down, getting to the same temperature that when the suns were out in Bherak.
Exactly. It's not. At least it's not fatal anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still struggling. You could take off like the hood and stuff. But
I'm
it's
not
still
going to, but yeah.
hot. As you are traveling across the sands, the who's driving?
D4.
I
Sure.
was going to say exactly that. Yes.
I'm 1, Mark's 2, Ozzy's 3, and Grim is 4.
Gotcha.
That's Ozzy.
Ozzy, as you're driving. Is anyone joining Ozzy at the front?
I think I'm working on Grim's badge.
Yes. I'll be sitting with us.
Okay, so it's Ozzy and Monty at the top. As you're traveling across the sands, the sun's hanging relatively low in the sky. You start to notice a bit of a breeze pick up, which is very odd. It's been very still up until this point, and it picks up almost out of nowhere. It's not a cool breeze. It's more like a hot blast starting to come past you, that of like a hairdryer, as it gets rapidly stronger and stronger. And as you look around, you see far in the distance, but getting much closer very quickly, looming on the horizon, a dark red cloud shadowing the land, reaching high into the sky.
I would immediately shout, Judd! Ozzy, help me to release our spider friends. They need to go underground, and then we need to get out of this quickly.
I think that they do it while they're strapped in, don't they?
No, they'll take us down with them as they do that.
Pesto just hears this down the side of the thing, and you hear through the little trumpet just.
All right then.
I'm already down undoing one of them. You've done a jolly good job, which one am I looking at? This is Kev. Well done, Kev. But now it's time to get underground. Are you ready, Ozzy? Have you unhooked?
Yep.
Brilliant.
It's Chekun!
Chekun.
You say it, and as promised, they sort of do this like vibrating thing where their legs just shuffle and their whole body both of them just kind of. Under the
Hey, we
ground.
have the command for them to bury themselves. Do we have a command for them to unbury themselves?
We have the rhythm on the ground.
Yeah, we dance on the sand, or bouncy thing. But further, I'll tell you about it inside. Let's go inside.
I have the back open, waiting for you guys to run in.
I'm brilliant.
And you step aside. You can see, as you're walking around, you can see right away why people fear the sandstorms, because if you did not have the carriage, there's just nowhere to go, nowhere to run. And though it's only just kind of become visible, you reckon you have maybe 10-15 minutes. Like it's coming on fast. Wind's getting stronger and stronger, like whipping past you, getting sand in your mouth and your eyes as you, even in the small amount of time you've been spending.
The sand behind my mask.
And then you go in and shut the door, and it just kind of goes silent.
Perhaps it's those who weren't out there, obviously. It looks like a sandstorm, so we're not quite sure how that's going to hit us, but just so you would know, it's on its way.
I assume we'll know when it comes and when it goes.
How do we know when it's over? Because it's so quiet.
I'm assuming. Well, let's see if we hear it gets any louder when the thing arrives.
A few minutes later, there's this sudden like on the side of the carriage as it starts to just like vaguely start shaking. There's an initial kind of lean, and then it's very gently kind of swaying every now and again with some like hefty. It's actually very similar probably to being on a boat.
This is much better. I like this now.
I think the storm's alright.
And the sun's already going down, so you could indeed, of course, rest. But can someone who wants to roll a dice roll me a d6?
I shall do it.
Do it.
I got a 6.
Oh, there we go. Is that good or bad?
The storm is buffeting against the side for just hours and hours, to the point that you probably decide, well, might as well sleep. There's, I think I said there was 4 hammocks up above, and then you can also roll out the
Barrel?
the bench seats into more beds.
Well, did you guys want to eat?
Oh, yes, actually, we might as well since we're here.
Yeah, Niffy's like, I can't cook right now.
I don't think you need to.
Oh, okay. Wait, sorry, I got to get my inner Purdy / Niffy. I guess I'm just not useful anymore.
No, not right now, but that's all right.
You should all accept each other's help, and can I suggest, by the way, everybody, that nobody drinks too much, because we can't go outside to relieve ourselves or anything like that. So keep the intake down.
That's right, I don't need to.
No, neither do I.
Good. That's very, very good. I'm not sure if
Should I have not marked in the corner?
I should have expected nothing
I'm
less.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, I shall get our barrels out.
I was going to go spare barrel, yeah.
Wait, so I love something else that I hadn't mentioned. When you all got inside, it was cooler earlier, and it's just like emanating heat weirdly inside of here.
Oh no!
And it's just grim with the heat that he picked up in the day, just like letting out heat.
Yes. I think we should open the door and let them know, perhaps not.
I guess I could go wait outside if you wanted.
No. I think we should leave the doors closed at the moment. Otherwise, we'll be up to our knees in sand.
Yeah, the waiting outside thing we've got to do before the sandstorm starts. Anyway, here you go. Here's all your food and drink.
Ah, thank you.
But conversely, Niffy's letting out a cold.
That's true. I'll go to stand by this Niffy.
Does that just make it incredibly humid in here?
Probably not humid because it's very dry anyway, but there'd be like a weird convection current of heat.
So, can Niffy feel the cold or not?
No, Niffy cannot.
So Niffy, she can feel the cold, but she doesn't feel the cold that she's letting out. So she'd be annoyingly sweltering, but everyone else, it would slowly cool
I'm
down.
standing next to. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Oh, yes, marvelous.
I'm glad it's good for somebody.
You see, you are being useful.
Great.
I will create the food and water in our relative containers. The bit that I didn't read out is after the food is bland, but nourishing, and looks like a food of your choice.
Okay, so what does it look like?
So, Ozzy, he won't be thinking about it consciously, but there's two big factors that have decided what this is. The first factor is that in life, Ozzy was a fisherman and the son of a fisherman
Oh no.
and did fisherman things. And the second is that Rowan has now seen The Producers, and it's the new favourite musical. So we get £45 of many different herring.
The Producers is an excellent.
It would be-
show.
Honestly, it would be, in real life, for Rowan, a texture nightmare. Because it's the texture
Yeah.
of fish, the flavour of almost nothing.
Yeah. You know, I don't hate the texture of fish so much.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it would be pretty neutral.
Yeah, probably
I'm not
exactly
huge.
that. It's just...
Most fish, but I do enjoy salmon, which is a very meaty fish.
So just this, it's nourishing. And this is probably a good reason why generally you haven't been using this, because it's not great. You know?
Yeah, it is bland but nourishing. And
Exactly.
because it's magic, well, I'm assuming we're just biting into the herring.
Well, it can appear how you want. If you wanted it to just be
The boneless.
herring, sure. If you wanted it to be like fillets that have been cut, can also be.
It's herring.
There you go. Just full herring.
Raw but edible herring.
Texture of raw fish then.
Never mind. This is bad. This is bad now.
Do you know what though? Pesto probably enjoying it.
Pesto loves it. Great.
Niffy's like, this is why I usually cook.
Why don't we do this more often? Niffy, you have your spice pouch, don't you? Your magical spice pouch. Can we just get a little bit of that on all this stuff?
Okay, sure. And she just like puts out some general spices,
Thank you.
makes it taste. nice.
Yay! Raw salted herring.
This I've forgotten his name. What's Asutama's name?
How do you?
Gil.
Grim! What the hell?
Grim. That's it, Grim.
It's nice to know I'm remembered around these parts.
So is Grim still very, very hot?
After a while, especially with Niffy emanating cool, he'll have cooled down.
You thinking of
shame.
using him like a teppanyaki grill?
Yes, exactly. So I'll say to Grim,
It
I say-
wouldn't change anything but the texture.
no, but it would make it like cooked fish at least, rather than raw fish.
It won't taste like it. It can only taste bland.
It'll taste bland, but with like bland cooked fish, not bland raw fish.
He's not hot enough anyway. But you do actually have like a cooker on the
No,
back,
but I was going to say to
on
Grim,
the front side.
would you mind terribly if I warmed you up a little so I could cook the... No, perhaps that's a bad idea, thinking about it.
Why don't you just use the oven?
Oven? What oven?
So in this kitchenette,
In the
there is
kitchenette?
an oven that has a
Oh,
pipe
right.
running up to the outside and absorbs the heat from the outside and keeps it warm like an argo.
Oh, marvellous.
if you
Well,
wanted
that's fantastic. I'll cook my fish over here then.
And everything smells of nothing particularly.
Nothing. Yeah.
Actually, no.
Bland
Some
fish.
spices go on, so it probably lets out some nice spice smell.
There we go. A bit of lovely. Maybe we haven't got any
And
chips.
Eventually, when you put out the light, it's pitch black in here. For anyone who doesn't have dark vision, you can't see anything.
Have I got that? I don't think I have.
With the gentle buffeting. The gentle buffeting probably helping getting you guys to sleep because you're very used to it, as you could if you wanted to have another rest. Ozzy, and there are anyone who sort of stayed up enough. The buffeting happens for like 6 hours,
6 hours.
like long into the night. But eventually, you'd wake up unaware of the time, but the buffeting has stopped.
Morning, everybody. How is everyone?
Eh.
In exactly the same position as when you all went to sleep.
Well, that's... Oh, yes, I forgot to take your U off, didn't we? Yes.
Oh, that's not your fault. I didn't ask.
I mean, you could have asked me at any time that you wanted Grim. That would have been fine.
Oh,
but
it's
you
fine.
didn't.
I've just been in my thoughts.
Marvellous.
Are you also trying to work out how the universe works?
Not necessarily how the universe works. I was just trying to focus hard and reminisce, because I've definitely seen Califu before, but I don't know why or where. I didn't get anywhere.
Right, well, Cougaron's got all kinds of missing royals, so maybe you're one of them.
Well, I'm not even a person, so
Yeah, but maybe you were at one point.
I think... depends how you define a person.
I ain't physical.
No, that's true. But not everyone is physical. I'm only partially physical myself.
But you're still there. Anyways, I'm not here to try and pine over what is and isn't. The real question is, do we open up them doors?
I think we're going to have to. I tell you what, before you do, I'm going to listen at the speaking tube.
Yeah.
Can I hear sounds of storm outside?
Nothing?
Sound silent, so let's risk it.
Yeah, you push the doors and they feel ever so slightly stuck, like something's preventing them from being open, but you just shove and they just push open, and you realize like a little bit of sand doesn't come into the carriage but like pours through the doors as you're opening them, and you realize that there's like a good foot of two of sand up the sides of the caravan, so the tracks are almost completely under the sand, and the top's like got a nice little mini dune on top of it. Everything else looks pretty much the same.
Brilliant.
It would actually be quite an interesting, because the sandstorm came from one direction. On one side, there'd be a lot of sand piled up against the carriage. On the other side, much less, because that was the side that there was no the sand.
Excellent. Well, I'll go outside with take my drum with me and beat out the rhythm that we were showing.
Yeah, bum 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 bum, whatever it is. And there's this as they just appear out of the ground, vibrating up. They don't appear like right where you left them. They appear like one's kind of close, one's maybe 10 feet away, and just sort of scuttles over. You've not really seen them scuttle separately to the carriage, and it's like the body stays almost completely level as the legs do these very wide steps as it over to you.
I'll tickle them behind the eyes, whatever. Stop and then whatever you can.
Like the little purring, clicking sound. Yeah, get into position.
Who's a good, enormous, scary spider then? Right, over here you go.
Is Grim going out with Monty?
Yeah, sure. Probably would have.
Before he does, I want to hand him the badge that I was working on.
All right.
Sure. What does it look like?
I tried to model it after his crown. I just used a bit of the scrap metal that I had since it didn't require a lot of fancy stuff.
Sure.
But I put the little face of our ship's figurehead on it.
Sure.
And wrote at the bottom of it, crew member.
You wouldn't have any like magnets here, so I'm sure you just use like tack weld it on, just clank clank, and just attach it to his chest.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
Anytime.
It's gonna be weird if I don't use this armor anymore and someone else finds it. They'll be confused.
They'll be very confused, yeah.
And you tie up the collarfoo.
Right, whose turn is it to drive this vehicle? I'll just reconnect the two cabbages, cauliflowers.
We shall. You set on. I'll do one more thing because obviously we're at the end of the session. Do the classic, like give it a good cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So you continue on into the nothingness, just going. You obviously, Niffy kind of knows. You'd be going mostly northwest, like the shape of the Kavir. If you have got the map open anywhere, the first bit you'd be going through is like this sort of thinner section where Bherak is still to the east and the west, and then you'd be able to sort of start curving around. So you're still going mostly north.
Yeah.
And yes, you keep on passing on. A few hours pass by. The sun's raising up, getting relatively high up into the sky. The heat blasting down 60 degrees of relentless sunlight. And nothing particularly special, obviously, other than the sandstorm has happened, which makes whoever is at the helm, someone else roll a d4. Why not?
Someone else, or
someone roll it.
I'll just do it again.
Yeah.
2 was Monty.
Okay, Monty and anyone side saddling?
Yeah. On my own.
It can also be Monty.
Well, that could just be Monty on their own.
Yeah,
Monty with no one else.
Monty on their own, or Monty and Grim.
And I know
Monty
why,
on their own.
Because Monty's sitting there strumming away on his lute.
Well, I mean, you'd be able to, because you kind of just say go, and then it's basically cruise control. Because you go in a straight line, avoiding the odd sand dune and things.
In fact, Monty's got he's put a drum next to him, and he's trying to tap it with his foot in time with using the lute. So he's trying to start teaching himself how to be a one-man band.
But it makes it relatively exciting when you see something kind of in the distance, although maybe that's worrying, who knows. You see, far in the distance, what appears to be a collection of people probably. From this far, of course, it is very hard to tell what's going on. But you are welcome to do a perception.
I will do that.
Oh, here they come.
It's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. And do you want to stop and call anyone else up to do perceptions? Because obviously it's just you at the moment.
At this point, I'm just going to look.
Sure. So you see varying sizes of humanoids, possibly a few animals as well. Some evidently seem some kind of mount some of these humanoids. It's very hard to tell what they're focused on, but it looks like a bunch of humanoids surrounding something in the center.
Okay.
You can see that the humanoids that you're looking at are definitely exhibiting aggressive tendencies. Probably a group of some kind. 4 humanoids standing, 2 mounted on creatures, possibly some others around, like another couple of beasts around, but you can't tell because of the weird perspective. Some of them might be lying down, some of them might be standing up. There's also weirdly what seems to be glinting, some kind of metal structure, like mechanical being maybe, that's just lying around.
Is that what they're surrounding, the glinting metal thing?
Sort of. That's a little bit. They're surrounding something else, but from this distance, you're thinking there might have been a fight. Possibly some bodies on the ground, possibly some bodies standing, something being surrounded. It looks like there was an altercation, or is currently an altercation happening.
I will say, Judd.
So everyone inside, yes. The carriage suddenly stops, or I guess it doesn't ever suddenly stop. It comes to a stop.
I say, chaps, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You do that, and the sand goes.
Yeah.
There's something going on out here, some sort of altercation, I don't know, people surrounding something, or I'm not quite sure. Can someone come up and have a look?
Oh, just avoid it, Captain. Just go round.
Well, it depends. It might be something we might want to get something from, who knows? Or perhaps there's somebody we should help.
We've mentioned before that Pesto knows of Remkin, right?
I honestly don't know, but give me a history. See how much you do.
Yes, 18.
18. Well, the existence of Remkins isn't really like a mystery to any of you. With an 18, I reckon you know that Remkins are generally known for being quite peaceful creatures. They're not well looked on by the dwarves, but
Who is?
you don't really like the dwarves, so like that kind of means the opposite of, they're probably quite nice.
But I know that they are the residents of the Kavir for the most part.
Yeah, you'd be aware that they're kind of like the natives of the land, as it would be.
Oh, yeah.
But you also know that they're short.
Interesting. Well, he didn't say that there were tall people. He just said that there are people.
No.
So I'd say... I know that there are Remkin that live in the Kavir. It may be them. They're normally peaceful.
We could have a little look if we keep back. What do I look like now? It's following day.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Turtle.
Turtle. Oh, wow.
A 6 foot tall turtle.
Oh no.
That would be. I can imagine inside the enclosed area of the carriage. If I suddenly became huge,
you wake up in the morning and you've just like landed on the floor because you were in the hammock and you've just fallen out halfway through.
On my back. Help!
Yeah, do the clothes account for a massive shell?
They're being strained, but sure, because otherwise you die. There's like a cloak. Like the back is opened and then there's like a cloak that goes over the back.
Sure.
Yeah, so what do we do, chaps? I think we're on a bound to have a little look at least.
Yeah, take a look.
Do we have anything we can use to look at a distance? Pesto, do you have any of your little friends you can send to have a look?
Not.
Niffy would have a telescope, I believe.
Yeah, Niffy has her telescope, but my guys are not faster than the carriage. And in the landscape as bare as it is, probably pretty easy to be spotted.
True.
If you can see them, they can see you.
So, Niffy, have a look through the old telescope there, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, just whatever you want to do that roll.
What's the roll?
Just with advantage for the telescope, I'll give you.
I shall do that. Is there any kind of bonus?
Advantage. Because I would say a telescope is quite advantageous when trying to look at things from a distance.
24.
24. You get a little bit more information. Pesto, want to roll as well? Give Grim.
No. I have total shit for perception.
You could get a natural 20?
15 plus 2, 17.
That's pretty shit, isn't it? Bring out your telescope. You can tell what the humanoids are. You can see that the humanoids, there's definitely two gnolls. You can tell that there is one bugbear and another humanoid, human type character. Could be elf, you can't see their ears, but they've got human characteristics. You can see, because you're zoomed in with this telescope, that there's something slightly off about them. They look injured, but don't seem particularly bothered about being injured. The beasts that are around are hard to recognize. You don't really know them from this. You wouldn't have seen them before from this area, but the mounts that they are on are slightly terrifying. Maybe not for Ozzy, but definitely for everyone else. The bodies are long and scaly, with what appears to be some kind of soft underside and these legs that are giant serrated claws sticking into the ground. The neck is long and spindly, with a terrifying head that is mostly mouth, with two large black eyes on either side and tusk-like protrusions from the side. The other creature is about the size of a direwolf, but seems hairless, with a giant sack under its neck. You can also see there are many dead bodies on the ground, some similar to the standing few, others are more like small reddish goblins, similar to the creature that they are all surrounding. And the mechanical beings seem to be, or the one big mechanical being seems to be maybe a large warforged, something like that. It's bigger than you'd expect, for like wider and a bit more mechanical than you would expect for a warforged. They tend to be much more humanoid. This has what might be arms and legs, but you can't really tell. And with that, I think we'll end up the session with one slight addition. I think it's about time that you all level up.
Oh, wow. Excellent.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Magic, Myths and Mayhem. Thank you to Dark Fantasy Studio and Nicolas Judy and Ovani for the use of their music in this episode. And a big thanks to you for listening. If you want to hear more behind-the-scenes content, alongside extra art and lore, please consider joining our Patreon by searching Magic, Myths and Mayhem on patreon.com, or watch our extra content and games on twitch.com. For now, thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you next time. I'll see you then.
Continuing of my theming, I am taking Heavy Armor Master and upping my Constitution score.
See, I have no
A
idea.
true tanky menace.
Mm-hmm.
I did it. That's my level up done.
Yeah, it's simpler for you, isn't it?
Mine is going to be...
Well, that's only level 8 for me for Cleric because of
I
slashing.
think
So
11th level, I don't get anything particularly. Just a few more spells and things.
I now have 95 HP.
Did you say 95?
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
During a short rest, I can now, during a short rest, cause one of my infused items to regain all their charges.
That's pretty cool.
Even if it were to normally regain them at dawn.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Craig, I cast thee away for what may be one of the last few times that you're ever here.
Be gone, Craig.
And anyone who's still listening to this recording,
No, you're not.
I appreciate that you listened. Did you say we're not?
I said no, you're not. You're not still listening.
If you're listening, you're not still listening.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, listener. If you're still listening, I've got bad news. You've gone
You're
deaf.
not.